Sorry guys, that was my fault entirely. YouTube, can you see me now? Can you see me now, YouTube? Can you see me now? Sorry about that. My fault. OBS decided I needed to press another button today to make it start. There you go. Sorry, I was just saying, like, why are you all saying I'm late? I don't get it. Yeah, just building suspense, that's what it was. Oh man, I've done like a whole little intro piece now. I'm gonna have to re-say it all, aren't I? God damn it. Just saying, if anything's gonna go wrong, it's gonna be today, isn't it? Because it's Thursday. I was making sure you're all paying attention. That's what it was. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I'll say hello to everyone again. Philip, Grumpy, David, who else have we got? Everyone else that is gone beyond the scroll. Nice to see you all. Sorry about that. OBS was being weird for me. Or Tuesday, yeah, or any other day ending in a Y. That was a nice little bunch of us here at the gates. That's nice. Who've we got flying with us? Who've we got with us? We've got Joanna in the Airbus, and there's another Boeing over here. Maybe that'll appear in a minute. That's probably Grumpy. Right, Grumpy? Hello, Albino. How you doing? Oh, I was just saying, I booked my hotel for the Bristol thingy bob. Can't wait for that. The Bristol Expo is going to be amazing. That is going to be seriously cool. Seriously, seriously cool. Is anyone else going? Just give it... Yeah, well, Joseph, that's what it is. I'm trying to give you guys, you know, preferential treatment over in Twitch. What I did say at the start is I'm using a new multi-chat window today. Not that you guys can see it, but I can see it. So it should consolidate all the chats from all the platforms into one window. Therefore, hopefully it all works. If it doesn't work, if anyone feels like their messages are being missed, then maybe it's that tool being weird. So, yeah, shout into YouTube horizontal if you feel like I'm missing you on another platform. I will try and keep an eye on the other windows as well. Yeah, Ross, Bristol's going to be great. It's going to be so cool. I'm so glad it's happening. It feels like we've needed a UK Expo for ages, because like, obviously we've got the American one this weekend, FS Expo, there's FS Weekend, but both of them cost quite a lot, don't they, to go to? Which is most of the reason why I don't go. There's also work and family commitments as well that kind of make it difficult for me to just disappear to America for several days. It's not just obviously the dates of the event, is it? It's like going to America, you've got 2 transatlantic flights, you've got jet lag, you've got everything else, you've got the cost of, like, for me, getting myself probably to Heathrow or something. It's not cheap, it's not easy, whereas whipping over to Bristol, that's much more doable. Much more doable. So yeah, really, really, really looking forward to that. And it's Aerospace Bristol, which I've just been to, like a month or 2 ago, not even that. Went into the Concorde hangar, which I believe is where the event is going to be. It's going to be so cool. Absolutely brilliant. Right, I need to carry on doing some work, don't I? Keep working. Let's load that flight plan in. Departure should be about 10 o'clock. Joanna says nothing. What do you mean, Joanna? Can you not see the stream? Hopefully you can all see the stream now. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. Fingers and toes and all that. Alright. Zurich, Bristol, activate, execute. And we'll do perf init request. Morning, I should say. Oh, okay, fine. So you can see the stream. That's the main thing. You had me worried there. Blimey. Come on, perf init request. Did you even do your thing? There we go. Load. Execute. Beautiful. You booked the hotel even though you've not got permission from the wife yet. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Westfly, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. We're giving TikTok another try today. The last time I tried TikTok, we got banned. So, we'll give it another go today. I dared to look at a 5090 on scan.co.uk, which then TikTok said, you are promoting products that are not for sale on TikTok Shop. Banned. I was like, really? So we'll give it another go. I mean, if they get their ass in their hands over it, then, well, whatever. We'll be alright. We'll live to fight another day without them. We'll be fine. Performance tool. What we doing? 2.8 for takeoff, isn't it? According to Navigraph. You got banned for Ryanair's scratch card voice. God, it's like... they don't help themselves, Westfly, do they? It's like they just need to chill a little bit. Like, I constantly get dinged for hate speech in the Airbus because, obviously, when it lands about 20 feet, we all know what it says, and then you pull the throttles to idle. I'm not going to say it in case I upset the thing. And, yeah, I get, like, these messages being like, oh, you're doing hate speech. It's like, I'm not. I'm really not. Like, it's a... First of all, in the context of an Airbus, it's a legitimate use of the word. And it's clearly an Airbus kind of, you know, voice. It's just like, God, they need to chill out. Like, really, they need to chill out. And again, you appeal it, and then the appeal gets rejected within seconds. So it's like, okay, so clearly AI has been reviewing that as well. Like, you got absolutely no hope at all. No hope at all. I'm going to do the Vebit. Have we had a Navigraph update overnight or something? Let's do the Vebit one. I've got one X-ray. I've got two X-ray in Navigraph and one X-ray in the plane. It's a new one. If I do Vebit, what have I got that matches Navigraph? I've got one Yankee. Can I do one Yankee? Yeah, we'll do one Yankee. It's weird. Okay. We'll go with that. That'll get us out of here anyway. That's fine. New Navigraph. Oh, new nav data. I obviously didn't do that this morning. I don't fancy doing it now just in case. Yeah. Just in case we upset the plane, or I don't want to WASM. I want everything to go smoothly today. We're doing ICTAM 1 Bravo into Bristol. I'll put in BRI 1, but honestly, if there's no ATC, or even if there is ATC, they'll probably vector us. Plan is probably to vector ourselves into 27 because we're coming from the east, so we can just literally scoot down, intercept, and go from there. Good, that's fine. We can do our N1 limits now. We're going to do runway 28. Import all of that stuff from the aircraft. Import the weather. QNH is 1024. How you liking the Boeing this morning, Grumpy? You liking it? I thought you probably were. Where'd you fly this morning, Grumpy? You say you were flying early. Right, let's calculate that. Flaps 5 for takeoff. TO1 D-ratey thingy. Select temp 41. Do our takeoff data. It's going to be flaps 5, isn't it? Yeah, it normally is for the 7.3. Flaps 5. 143 V1. 144 rotate. 148 V2. That all matches what we've got on the EFB. Sometimes it's out by like a knot or two. I've always wondered why. I think it's something to... I don't know. Someone explained it to me once, but now I've completely forgotten it. But never mind. Bergen to Eddy. Oh, nice. Nice little flight, that, isn't it? Bergen to Eddy. Can't knock it. You took the A343, which misbehaved. Why? What happened, Ryan? I thought you were having good luck with that one. I was thinking about trying it again myself, basically, based on your positive experience of it. Am I liking the Boeing? I love how you can't even bear to spell Boeing correctly. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's looking pretty good. We are in a good place. Let's go up top. And I'm going to get the APU on, because that's like one less job we have to worry about. Let's get the fuel pumps on. Let's get seatbelts 2 on. Get this show on the road. Ever considered the 7.3 Max? Yeah, I saw, was it Mr. Saturday did a video, didn't he, about the new service pack for the iFly, and I never got the iFly. Just no reason, no hate or anything, just I was basically just busy flying everything else, busy doing videos for the channel. The moment came and went, and there was part of me that was like, but I've spent quite a lot of money on the 7.3 with PMDG. Do I really want to spend that same amount again for a variant of something that I already own? That was like That's what stopped me. But I think maybe we'll look at it with SP1. And then once I've got it, I can also do a livery for the VA, because I know some of you guys like to fly it as well. So we can do that as well. We can do that as well. Still not sure about the 380 from Mini. For me personally, like I don't even fly the fly-by-wire A380, and it's yeah, it doesn't naturally suit where I would fly generally myself. So I don't know. Let's put 148 in the speed. Yeah, I'm generally not a big old long hauler, as we know. What am I doing? Initial climb 7,000 for the SID. Needs to be above 7. Can do that. Put 7,000 in. What am I cruising at? That's another question, isn't it? What am I cruising at? We're going up to 380. We'll put that in up top. 380. And Bristol, what's the elevation for Bristol? It's quite high at Bristol, isn't it? 600 feet, yeah, or 601. We'll call it 600. And flies like a marvel. What's that, the 343? So what happened? Oh, you mucked up the ideas. Plane didn't say anything, but kept saying, oh, fair enough. Yeah, 7.5. I'm excited for the 7.5. Looking forward to that a lot. Looking forward to that a lot. Trin, cheers for following on Twitch. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See, now I've said the word Twitch, TikTok's probably going to shadow ban me. Wouldn't be the first time they've done that either. Never mind. Who's releasing the 7.5? Bluebird. Bluebird did in 7.5. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's been in the making for a long time, isn't it? A long time. So I really hope it works for them. I really do. I really do. Right, let's do a bit more work. Yaw dampener. Do hydraulics and do window heats, and I believe you do probe heat once the engines are started. It's been a minute since I've been in this thing. You forget, honestly. You really do forget. I look at people like Gav, EasyJet Sim Pilot, and I sort of envy him, because he can just fly the Phoenix all the time without people questioning it, because, of course, it's EasyJet. It's like, there you go. And every time I switch around planes, I'm always like, for like the first like half an hour to an hour, like getting used to it. Voice recorder. Where's voice recorder? I forgot where that is. Don't tell me. See if I can find it. Voice recorder. There it is. Come on. Why would it click? Now it'll click. Weird. Very weird. Yeah, there's something very nice of just being able to like master one aircraft. I definitely feel like I'm probably best in the Phoenix family at the moment, but then of course I fly it so much. This, I would say I'm a little bit on the ropey side, and the 777 even more so, I would say. It definitely takes a minute, doesn't it? You're mostly in the 7.3 Westfly, fair enough. Yeah, everyone's got their favourites, haven't they? Everyone's got their favourites. Right, what time are we at? 9 minutes to 10. We're making good time. We could even maybe get GSX on the ball and ask it for a push and a start. Simbrief A320 doesn't match. What? Simbrief okay, thank goodness. Oh, there's a hotfix. I'm not doing that now. I'm not doing that now. Ryan, I'm still surprised you don't, given how much you love the 777, I'm surprised you really don't like the 7.3 as much. I like the 7.3. I feel like it keeps you busier as a pilot. And like flying it. Things like that. I'll do the break to RTO once I've pushed back normally. I do like the 7.3. Imagine us IRL pilots only fly the same type of plane sometimes for decades. Yeah, but isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? And again, like if you decide you want to change, that is an ordeal, isn't it? Like you've got to do type ratings, you've got to do all this stuff. You do it before push, do you? I've never done that before. Interesting. Yeah. I normally do auto throttles off on the 7.3. And I was talking to a 7.3 pilot on here once, and basically I kind of said, well, why do you turn it off on a 7.3 but you leave it on for more or less every other aircraft? And he was saying that because the 7.3 isn't fly-by-wire, the auto throttle system isn't as accurate, doesn't have that fidelity, because of course the plane doesn't have all that data flowing through it in the same way that say an Airbus does because of all of its fly-by-wire systems. So oftentimes it's easier just to do it yourself, which kind of makes sense. And for me as a lowly simmer, it's kind of just more fun to do it yourself as well. It's just like another thing. So it's all good fun. I like it a lot. It's a good plane. And obviously PMDG have just done a cracking job. They've done a cracking job. I know they took a lot of flack, didn't they, when it came out for 24. And I think that was mostly just... I think that's just a marketing problem. Just a marketing problem, really. Had they said from the outgo, like, yep, it's coming out for 24, but we're going to be doing a load more work on it, and it's going to take loads of dev hours, so we're probably going to need to charge you $30. There'll be, obviously, people on Reddit will complain, because that's like a prerequisite for going onto Reddit, isn't it? But I think most of us would have been like, yeah, it's expensive, but PMDG generally is not cheap, is it? And it's good stuff, so we'll pay it. But the fact they said it's going to be a couple of cups of coffee, and then it was 30 quid, I can see why people got mad. But it just felt so avoidable, you know? Felt so avoidable. Any real world experience? No, goodness no. No. I'm just an idiot in a garden shed with a YouTube channel, so take that for what it's worth. Right. Ooh. Chase plane catching up there. Let me tune to 122 decimal 8. Zurich traffic NR 869 Echo, radio check.
555.
Thank you. Would I consider it like a PPL? I think the cost would be prohibitive. So my father-in-law had a PPL, and he had like a timeshare, like a syndicate thing in a Cessna I think it was a 152. And he told me what it cost to do it, and it was like, this was years and years ago. I think he said it was about 8,000, and that must have been like 20 plus years ago. I'm led to believe now it's an awful lot more. And yeah, 15k now for a PPL, Scotty. That sounds about right. But he said it's not just that. He goes, once you get it, you need to keep up your hours. Therefore, you need to be flying the plane. Therefore, every single hour that you fly is obviously another cost. And he was like, it was just getting far too much. And then they had to have all their radios redone at like £8,000 for the 8.33 kilohertz update. And he goes, it kind of just became this whole thing. And so in the end, funny story, the plane actually crashed. Everyone was fine. One of the people in their syndicate flew it down to Bournemouth to have these new radios fitted, and then they sent another guy down on the train to pick it up to then fly it back to base, and on the way back, binned it. Which, so lucky that they got out of it. So lucky. But obviously the plane was a write-off. And then it's kind of like, well, what do we do? Do we start again? Do we get another plane? Obviously insurance payout, all that sort of stuff. And in the end, he was like, you know what? Maybe this is just a good time to call it a day. So he now flies a paramotor, which is essentially, for those that don't know, you have like a wing, not dissimilar to a parachute, but it is obviously more of a wing than a sail. And you basically strap a lawnmower engine to your back with a giant fan on it. And you just sort of hang from it and fly around, pulling little things with your arms. And he says he enjoys that so much more. He goes like you feel like you're flying, like not the plane is flying and you happen to be in it, like you are flying. And you can just basically, if you know a friendly farmer, just like take off from their field, fly around, have a nice day, and then land. He goes, it's just so cool. And it's cheap, like a paramotor is like, by comparison, it's like pennies on the pound. It's very, very cool. So yeah, he's all into that now. And good for him, really. TikTok has redeemed itself. Well, it's whether have I redeemed myself. As long as I don't talk about anything that's for sale.
Traffic N164 Delta pushing back, stand Bravo 37 back onto the Alpha apron, Zurich.
Bravo 37. Where's 37? That's right next door to me, isn't it? Right. Anyway, GSX. Push. Departure clearance requested. Waiting for... Oh, I need to get rid of the GPU. Of course I do. I knew that. Right, let's take power from the APU. Yeah, I mean, I went up with him when he had the Cessna. He sort of took me out on a little experience flight, and it was great fun. It was great fun. But I didn't come away from it being like, oh, I've got to do that. I get more of a buzz being a passenger on a A320. Which is a weird thing to say. When you say it out loud, it does sound a bit weird. But, yeah, there's something about the jets that really sort of call to me for some reason. Is my parking brake on? Yes. It is. Munin, thank you for the raid. Nice to see you. Hopefully my spad.next profile for my wind control throttles works well today. It's been alright the last time I've been doing it. So we've got ground power, we can release that, and we can remove the chocks. Use the plane's own stairs. No. Why is it trying to load me now? I think this is what went wrong last time. Let's go, Billy. It's a bit loud, isn't it? My word. Yeah, it's not just the license, it's not just the plane, it's the continued cost, isn't it? I mean, you've got to really, really want it. Really want it. Come on, GSX, sort me out. Be a dear and sort me out. I think what happened when that plane got written off, there was one guy in their syndicate that was just like phenomenally wealthy. And I think he proposed, why don't I just buy the plane? And then you guys, if you want to fly it, we just agree an hourly rate and then you just pay me for that. So I think that's kind of what some of them did. But yeah, I think my father-in-law was just like, you know what? It's been a thing, I've done it. And he just got super into paramotoring, which is very cool. Look at this, it's the Zurich takeover. Hey, there we go, look. So presumably Bravo 37 is... Oh, hello. Is somebody being GSX'd already? Someone's being GSX'd already, clearly. We have to wait and see what happens here. Westfly, did I see you in the Discord for the Bristol Expo? It's going to be so cool. I can't wait for that. I booked my hotel last night. I'm staying in the Travel Lodge over the road, only to then find out that loads of people are staying at something called like the Village. It's all right. Travel Lodge, Team Travel Lodge. Oh, hello. Watch the paintwork on that Boeing. I've just paid for it to be repainted. Gutted, Westfly. Gutted. You booked the Travel Lodge too? Yeah, that's the way, Toby. That's the way. Proper hotel. Oh, man. Honestly, Travel Lodges have gotten way better. I used to work away a lot, like for weeks at a time. and I would usually stay in a Premier Inn. This was like back in 2007, and yeah, the Premier Inns, we used to love Premier Inns because we'd work all over the country. You didn't really know where your next job was going to be, but if you went to a Premier Inn, that was like one thing that you knew would be consistent. Just every Premier Inn you'd go to, the rooms were the same, everything was the same. You know, like it's even like the layout of the room, the colours, the mattresses that they used, the pillows that they used, everything was the same. And there was one instance where we had to, I think the Premier Inn, there was something on like locally, so the Premier Inn was the Premier Inn was fully booked, and we had to go into the Travelodge, and it sucked. It was awful, and we were like, we're never staying in a Travelodge ever again. But I'm sure they've gotten way better. Everything's Premier except the price. That was it. Yeah. I remember back in those days, it was like Lenny Henry was like their brand ambassador or whatever, and like you'd walk into a Premier Inn room, there'd be like a little cardboard, basically an advert on the desk. And it'd be old Lenny looking at you. Joanna, what you need to do, go into SimApp Pro and then tell it to control the left RMP, because I think by default, if you look at the overhead panel, it'll be controlling that one. Look at the overhead and start using your RMP, and I bet you'll be that one in the overhead that's built in will look like it's working fine. On the taxi already, or GSX'd again? Right, I'll wait for that one to get taxied out of the way, then I'll think about a push. Yeah, we like Premier Inns. Like, somebody was saying about the price being a bit much, like 60 quid a night. And I was like, well, I mean, I remember in 2007...
Zurich traffic, N164 Delta taxiing to Alpha 1 via Foxtrot and Alpha 4 runway 28 Zurich.
Yeah, somebody was saying that, £60 a night was quite a lot. And I remember thinking, well, blimey, back in 2007, I was staying in Southend in a Premier Inn. And that was 60 quid a night back in 2007. So nearly 20 years on, it's not a bad deal. They do them often, do you know? What do you mean, Westfly? Do what often? The expos? Morning, Steve. Steve, I'm back on TikTok. We got in a bit of trouble with them last time. I don't know, Westfly. I mean, this is like the first one in a while.
The Sanson has passing level 116 for the other approach.
I got in trouble, Steve, last time. I dared to show a 5090 on scan.co.uk, and I got told off for promoting products that were not for sale on TikTok Shop. Naughty me. Zurich traffic, NR 869 Echo, stand Bravo 69, pushing back, facing west on November, Zurich. So we'll give it another go, Steve. We'll give it another go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It'd be a shame, but... nose right, tail left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines cleared. Start at field.
Steve, you going to the expo in Bristol? Right, engine 1. Into ground. What we're doing? APU bleed. That's off, that's off, that's off. Do believe we're alright. Yeah, we've got some N2. Soak up the sounds. Yeah, first UK one. Well, in a while at least. I booked the hotel last night. Team Travelodge. I'm just saying about that. Oh, Boris did a job on this, didn't he? Boris, you legend. Start the flight. It's on the... Is it the 10th of October, Westfly? Westfly said about the date a minute ago. Right, we started New Sky.
Set
Ooh,
parking brake.
wing flex.
Unlocking gear.
Go flaps 5. Yeah, it's super weird. I was there just like a month or so ago at Aerospace Bristol. I remember thinking in the Concorde thing, like, this would be really cool for like an event space. And then lo and behold, Boris did the sounds for the Max. So do you get those by default, or do you have to pay for that? Like in the same way you have to pay for PMDG? Engine 2 into ground. Keep an eye on that N2.
Tow truck disconnected.
I don't know, Joanna. I mean, it's weird, isn't it?
Left is clear.
I don't think it's the first officer side. I think it's the one in the overhead. They're included. Nice. There you go, Westfly. Steve sorted it out for you. You say the whole family's coming, didn't you? They'll love it. Right, that, I believe, is 2 good engine starts, which means we can take power from the engines. And we can do APU bleed off, isolation valve auto, packs to auto, APU off, probe heats on. Am I missing anything? Because it's been a minute. Taxi light, obviously. Anti-collision light, I didn't start that. That's going to be a ding from New Sky. You get so used to doing it with the Phoenix, don't you? Just beacon on, then GSX just comes to life. That's what it is. Good morning, Clark. And Jim's in as well. Everyone's here today. All the best people are here. Right, I do believe we are in a good position. Should we arm our nav? Oh, we need to do flight directors first, don't we? Of course. God, honestly, if you don't use it, you lose it. All this knowledge of like planes and stuff. Like back in the 2020 days, the late stage of 2020, I was in this plane constantly. Felt like I knew the thing backwards, but now I'm just like, what? Craziness. I just want to have a quick check of my transponder, actually. Wherever that is. Make sure I'm set to exponder, which... How do I tell which one it's set to? Yeah, it's set to exponder, that's fine. But I do want to set my squawk to 2000, not 1, 2... I wish they'd default it to 2000, not 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it? Beautiful. Right, my taxi is going to be November, Foxtrot, and Alpha. Zurich traffic air 869 Echo, taxiing to holding point Alpha 1, runway 28 via November, Foxtrot, and Alpha, Zurich.
Zurich traffic, air 23 Alpha, stand Bravo 33, pushing back facing west into November, Zurich traffic.
Oh, I've got to get myself some locking casters. Why am I holding the side stick? I need to hold the yoke. God, it's nice, isn't it? Listen to that. Recall is checked.
07 traffic response, LSF and 0 single on a course, runway 341 2.8 miles.
Burst right onto Foxtrot then. What happened to the last stream? Oh, last stream was a nightmare. Absolute mare of a stream. So we were roughly at about this point. I don't think I'd even called for taxi. I was about to. Then I heard like a boop, and it was OBS being like, you've been disconnected. And then I could see a red light on my networking gear in the shed, and I was like, oh no. And my internet just went. And it must have been out for a good 20 minutes, half an hour. And I came back into the house. My wife's like, what are you doing in here? I thought you were streaming. I was like, yep, the internet's died. She's like, oh yeah, I thought my laptop was being funny. I was like, right, okay. So that was the whole thing. And by the time like it'd come back to work, like the sim had obviously crashed. The sim came up with that screen being like, you've lost internet connection, which I had. I was like, even if there's no point restarting now. Everyone's probably, you know, the momentum had gone, let's put it that way. Everyone had probably gone off to bed or gone to do something else, and I'd have had to restart at the gate, and I probably wouldn't have been done till like midnight. I was like, no, I'll edit a video. So I edited the video which explains how the virtual airline works. I've been meaning to get that one done for ages. I've wanted to make that one for a while now. I can't imagine it will do crazy numbers, but it will be a useful resource to have, because we get a lot of questions about the VA. Yeah, how does this work? How does that work? People not fully understanding. Hello, mate. There he is. Look, not fully understanding various bits and pieces to do with the virtual airline. So, make a video, and then we can just kind of point people to that, and it can help them out, hopefully. I feel like my volume's really low today. It's better. Oh, I know why that is, actually. Hi from Puerto Rico. Nice. That must be early for you. Seth, we're doing Zurich to Bristol. Oh, sorry, Nova. Yeah, it's an absolute nightmare. My ISP's been a bit dodgy of late.
Taxiing to runway 28 for Alpha 1 via November.
I think what it is there's a lot of infrastructure being built out at the moment around me. Because one of these, I think they call them altnets. Basically one of these companies that comes in, they get planning permission from the local authority, and then they essentially dig up all the roads to run fibre to all the houses from the green cabinets on the side of the street. So you've got fibre that go to the cabinets on the, that are just on the on pavements and whatever. But for us, it was always the bit that went from those cabinets to the houses was copper. So this company came in, dug up all the roads, put fibres to everyone's driveway, and then if you buy it, they'll do the last little bit across your driveway or whatever to your house. And it's been great. Like all of a sudden we could get like gigabit connections, which for us was a big deal because we live in the back end of nowhere. So even the idea of getting that level of speed, considering where we are, was like, damn, this is good. Speaking to the sales rep, I don't think they were overly...
164 Delta entering runway 28 Zurich.
Yeah, I don't think they were completely in love with how many people were signing up. Apparently they would knock on doors and a lot of people would be like, well, quite happy with what we got. Cheers, Phil. Phil, did I see you in that Discord for the Bristol event? Go. Right, I'm going to hold Alpha 1. You joined today. Nice. Yeah, I thought I saw you. It's going to be so cool, isn't it? Can't wait for that. Can't wait. What headphones have I got, Dan? I've got the Sony... Oh, God, their names are so... Is it the XM4s? The noise-cancelling ones? When I looked at buying them, the XM5s are out, and all the reviews of the XM5 said they're good, but the only problem is that the XM4s still exist, and they're also good, and they're way cheaper, so I got them. Yeah, I've got a lot of fans going on in here, so if I don't have the noise cancelling, I struggle to hear.
To X-ray departure, Zurich.
So that 7.3 that you can see on the runway is actually a FSLTL model. We're not in FSLTL yet, but I've downloaded their development branch from GitHub, which means that we can see ourselves at least. Right, is there anyone else coming on to 2.8? There shouldn't be, but you never know. Zurich traffic via Alpha 1, NR 869 Echo, lining up runway 28. Okay, lights, strobes, engines into continuous. Put the transponder on. To Tara. And we need to start the clock. Where's the button for the clock? Where's the button gone? I'm being really dumb. I'm sure there used to be a button. I'm sure there was like a circular button somewhere. On the clock itself. Bruno? There we go. I'm sure there was like a big round, like, metal looking button. Bit heavy on the brakes there, weren't we, boy? Come on. Verbit indeed, Seth, yeah.
Zurich traffic in at 164 Delta, airborne, climbing 7,000 on the Verbi 2X, ready departure, Zurich.
Can I buy you an Xbox? Probably not. No, Jasmine. Dreadfully sorry. My word. Anybody want me to buy me an Xbox? Depends on the airframe. Yeah, I'm sure that on another 7.3 it does that. There is on some 7.3s. Maybe it's a livery config thing then, with this livery. I'm sure with a different livery I've got, it does that. Yeah, Charlie, it's PMDG.
Sea traffic will be straight in November sent Tango 54, push and start to Tango facing north.
Give it another 30 seconds and we'll go. We're on flight sim 24, Emmanuel. I'm fully onto 24 now. I don't think I've used 2020 in months. Once Chase Plane came over, once PMDG came over, once we had the BFU update, it was kind of like, I feel like I'm probably done now with 2020. Zurich traffic out 869 Echo, taking off runway 28, Verbit 1 Yankee, Zurich. Right. Let's listen to those engines spool. Bit forward yoke pressure. Auto throttle disarmed. There we go, that's better. Maybe I didn't arm it in the first place. 80 knots coming up.
80 knots.
Release that yoke pressure.
Zurich traffic via Alpha 1 and up to ground
V1, okay.
way 28 Zurich traffic.
Positive rate.
You're up. I tell you what, Zurich is pretty, isn't it? I mean, look at that. Flipping heck. Gorgeous. Tails, cheers for the super chat, man. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Alright, flaps 1. Dip that nose and start the turn. Keep that back pressure up. Tell you what, she definitely feels different to hand fly, having not flown her in a while. Been in that Phoenix too much. Look at that. This is why we come to Zurich. Zurich traffic, ANR 869 Echo, airborne out of 28, passing 4,700. We are in business. Ruben, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you.
The traffic LV 33 November, taxi at holding point Alpha 2 runway 28.
We've got a bit of rain as well now, look.
Foxtrot and Alpha.
Yeah, we're looking damn good.
You have now runway 28, very 1 Yankee departure, Zurich.
Right, we need a little bit of trim up. I'm fighting it. Beautiful. Zurich traffic, ANR 869 Echo, climbing now flight level 380, Zurich, final call. Under pressure. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put the autopilot on a minute. Where's my VNav gone? Get yourself back on track, you Wally. DND1. Now we're in business. There we go. Can lose these. 380. Altitude intervene. Let's go. 737-800 Newham. Right, top panel, let's get the lights off, engines out of continuous, and I'm going to get the anti-ice on just for a minute because we are in the cloud. So much so that we can't even see the plane. Look at that. Am I keen on the Vector 787? Yeah, I am actually. I am. It's been interesting hearing what the community's got to say about it. There's almost like an inherent distrust with plane devs at the moment, it seems. You going? Yeah, we've got loads of room around us. Basically got most of Switzerland to ourselves. What are you at? Flight level 150.
Airport now, passing 4,500.
Climbing 10,000. You're at 15. We'll keep an eye on Julian here. Let's put some numbers between us. Look at that. Let's do altitude hold just for a second. I'd like to do that just so we get clear of Julian. Is Julian descending though? Okay, let's do level change in that case. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Julian should be whizzing past us. Still going to go for that alt hold, I think. Don't want to cause an issue here. There's only 13 miles between us. It's at 14. I'm at 12. That should be alright. Can we see him? Five miles. This could be close, actually.
Traffic.
Let's whiz ourselves up a little bit. Okay. Fine. Right, we can continue on. Past now. Maybe should have carried on with the climb there. Misjudged that one. Yeah, I don't know about the Vector 787. It would be interesting. Probably not Jasmine, no. No, not really my thing. The multi-jetway sounds cool though, doesn't it? Right, let's get ourselves back on autopilot as well. Yeah, the multi-jetway thing will be good. Obviously, you've got the A380 coming, haven't we, that will... that'll be interesting. Mateus, how you doing? Interesting weather indeed. Yeah, we've got the anti-ice on. It's beautiful here though, isn't it? GSX is everyone's favourite right now. Yeah, I do like GSX when it works. It always feels like a bit of a roll of the dice sometimes. You never quite know how your stream's going to go. Never quite know. Look at those clouds. The GFX thing is good as well. I'm enjoying that. Welshstad's in as well. How you doing, Welshstad? Are you excited for Bristol? I can't wait for Bristol. Mateus, have you heard about the Bristol thing? The expo. You guys should come over. Have a little PMDG booth. That'd be so amazing. It's so cool that we're getting a UK one. It's always felt like, for me personally, like even travelling to like Lelystad or wherever it is for FS weekend, FS Expo is completely out of the question. Like transatlantic flights, work, family, it's a real ask to get to that really. But going over to Bristol, much more doable. It's just really nice that we're going to have something in the UK. Because it feels like that's been missing a little bit, doesn't it? Hopefully they get some good interest from exhibitors. I think they're going over to Expo this weekend, aren't they? And... oh, Julian, it's all good. I was trying to avoid you I was in the middle of my climb and I levelled off and I misjudged it, and it turned out by me levelling off I actually caused the problem. So my apologies, Julian. Not your fault at all. I probably should have continued my climb, but I panicked and I levelled off, and in fact that was the very thing that caused the problem. Morning, Fox. Can I show my settings? Probably not while I'm streaming, no, because I'll have to go out into the menu and stuff. When you look at that Discord, the majority of flight sim content creators are in the UK. Yeah, I suppose, I don't know, I've never really thought of it like that. But there's a lot of people there, aren't there? Aren't there? It'll be a good vibe. It'll be really nice to meet everyone as well, because you can sort of feel all on your own doing this. It's weird, like, I'm kind of weighing up whether I attempt to go maybe full-time at it. Well, temporarily full-time. See it, like, on a trial basis. But, one of my concerns is actually, and I was talking to Clark about this last night, is that would I go, like, a bit stir-crazy? Because I would be on my own all week. All week. Like, I'm in a shed, garden shed, with no windows. Like, I lock myself in here. And, you know, it does make you think. You sort of think, like tomorrow I've got to go to work. And I know that I'm going to be going into work tomorrow being like, I wish I could be streaming. I wish I could be making that video that I need to edit. I wish I could be doing this. I wish I could be doing that. But there is part of me that actually feels good for having gone to work and seen people and, you know, have a laugh with your friends. And, you know, it's all part of it, isn't it? So, yeah, something like Bristol would be amazing for that. Actually sort of, you know, meet these people, like, that you see on your screen as usernames. Like, I've never met anyone from this community, really. Like, spoken to you loads in this form. Yeah, it's really interesting. There was one creator that I used to follow. What was he called? What was he called? It wasn't like Average Dad, it was... Basically, it was like a tech creator, and his whole angle was, I'm not a tech genius, and if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. And he went full-time, and he hated it. He was like, no, I'm applying for jobs, I can't do this, this is torture. Absolute torture. So, maybe it's a case of be careful what you wish for. I'd need to set some boundaries, because I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible at setting boundaries. Like, I've tried to make a rule now that I don't do any work on the channel on Sunday. Like, zero. In fact, my wife told me off on Sunday because I opened up my laptop and she was like, you're not about to do work on the channel, are you? And I was like, no, I was just closing the laptop. So we're trying to put some boundary, because otherwise I'm worried that I'll burn out on it. And I don't want something that I love to turn into something that I burn out on. Cheers, Westfly. Nice talking to you, mate. Jasmine, I'm unwilling to do that. There is absolutely no upside to me telling you what I do for work. My employer probably won't like it. There's no benefit to me sharing that information at all. There's only downside. Complete and utter downside. Have we got any ATC on the way? Let's put some miles in between myself and Tom. We've got Paris control, London controls on, and lo and behold, crickets at Bristol. That's all right. Someone said I must be a spy, and I said I wasn't a spy, and then they said, well, that's something that a spy would say, which I thought was quite funny. But yeah, once again, I'm not a spy. I'm getting the same yoke. It's out for delivery right now. Do I recommend those checklists for 40 quid? Checklist for 40 quid. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Tim. The checklist for £40. Clark, you want to take me to Nando's? Oh my word. Oh, the clippable checklists. I didn't know that was a thing. What, for the Thrustmaster yoke? Did an install at one of the houses near GCHQ. They told me he was a plumber. Yeah. Yeah, that's it, guys. I'm a plumber. No, I can't imagine that work would be particularly pleased if I revealed that I work for them or talk about them in any capacity. So just, I don't talk about it. It's not interesting. Like, if I told you, you'd be like, oh, that's incredibly normal. Like, it would, you know. I didn't know that, Tim. That's interesting. That's quite cool, that. There you go. Shark says, sounds like something a spy would say. I'm not a spy. I am not a spy. Promise you I'm not a spy. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, I'm giving TikTok another try today, Tim, because we got in trouble with TikTok because I was looking at 5090s on the internet and they told me off for showing products that were not for sale on TikTok Shop, and they banned me for a little while. And then I just got grumpy and I was like, oh, I'm not going on TikTok. And I sort of still do feel that way, but then I do like the community there, so it's like, what'd you do? You joined the Airnaut VA yesterday. Amazing. How did they find out? What's that, Welsh Dad? How did they find out I was looking at products that weren't for sale on TikTok Shop? I think it was all AI. All AI. I think they've got a very, very aggressive AI algorithm. Yeah, it was live. It was while I was live. I was, we were just talking about it. Someone said, like, oh, have you seen the price of 5090s? And I was like, oh, go on then, let's have a look. So I pulled up a browser. And, yeah, we just started looking and we were just sat here being like, oh, my goodness, look at the prices of them, blah, 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 blah. And then I got this little pop-up saying, you're showing stuff that isn't for sale on TikTok Shop, or you're promoting things that aren't for sale on TikTok Shop. Wallop. That was that. Very, very aggressive. You've been warned about the Airbus call out. Yeah, I get that all the time, especially if I upload a little video as well, like live or on video. Yeah, they start saying that you're doing hate speech, and it's like, I'm not doing hate speech, but then you appeal it, and then you get a response back within seconds being like, appeal denied. So it's like, well, clearly no humans looked at that in that time. So I don't know. It just feels really overbearing to me, like really overbearing. Amit, thank you for following on Twitch. I better not say that either. If you say the word Twitch, apparently that will shadow ban you. They're very, very controlling. I sort of don't like it, to the point where I'm almost like, should I just refuse to be part of it? But then, like I said, I like talking to you guys. You guys are there. You're the draw. I guess I'll just have to put up with it. If you're streaming on there, check out Aviodeck. What's Aviodeck? What I'd really like is a stream key, because then I can just plug it into OBS and then just another stream gets sent to TikTok. But they insist that I run their ridiculous TikTok Studio app alongside OBS. So I've got two apps, and I've got another encode session going on purely for the TikTok app, which puts more load on my encoders. And it's just like, oh man, like, why are you being so difficult to stream to? Just, yeah. Overlay but interacting features for Twitch. Okay, cool. I will look into that, because I heard rumours that what are they called, stream elements, maybe not here for the long haul. I don't know. Could all just be rumour and bluster on Reddit. Imagine that nonsense being spoken on Reddit. Yeah, I'm hoping that where there's smoke there isn't fire with that one. right now I'm using Castellabs, so I've got all of the... Have fun, Tim. Enjoy it. Yeah, I've got all of my chats from like Twitch, TikTok, YouTube Vertical into one little window so I can just see it all. So hopefully that works and I'm not missing out on loads of messages from people that are messaging and it's not getting chucked into the app. But, do you reckon we're going to get any news about the wind control Boeing yoke at Expo? Because I really think that yoke is going to bring the PMDGs to life. I really do. Like, that's why, there you go, Grumpy saying, what goodies will wind control reveal? It's, yeah. It's going to be good. Right, what's Tom doing? 382. What am I doing? 388. Okay, that's fine. You enabled rebar last night. Nice. So that's called... Isn't that sort of branded as SAM on AMD? Because you're on an AMD GPU now, Ryan, aren't you? System addressable memory, I think it's called. It's basically rebar, but AMD's flavour of it. Yeah, I hope we get some sort of... What I'd like from Wind Control this Expo is the announcement of the tiller. Well, they've announced it. The release of the tiller, or a date. And it'd be nice to get some dates on that yoke. And also some more info on the overhead. Those are like the big three for me, I think. Because I really believe those the Boeing yokes from Wind Control, the force feedback ones, are going to just... They're going to do for the PMDGs what the Moser AB9 did for the Phoenix. Like, I can't tell you how much better the Phoenix is to fly with that force feedback stick. And I was like really... I wouldn't say I resisted it, but I was like, what? I was confused initially. I was like, what's the point? Because the actual Airbus doesn't have force feedback. It's just springs, it's just dampers in the real thing. So why would we then go and buy a force feedback stick if we're Airbus flyers? But what I hadn't accounted for was just how amazingly well the force feedback motors can replicate the resistance of the springs in the real thing. Far more accurately than a stick with springs can, ironically. So I feel like I'm only using like 10% of this stick's ability, because all it's doing is just adding a little bit of variable resistance based on like the resistance curve and whatever. Doing no force feedback whatsoever. So we've got this like incredible stick here that's just basically having a little bit of resistance added to it. But it is the perfect amount of resistance. It's so good. Particularly if you get the profiles that you can install for it from V1 simulations. Like, it's just remarkable. Like, I'm just so glad I got to go and try Hanny's at Gatwick before it arrived. Like, the week before it arrived, the AB9, I was up at Gatwick in their sim. And it was just like, I spent the whole time using that stick trying to memorise how it felt. And then literally Moser were like, can we send you an AB9 for review? And I was like, yeah, that would be really interesting actually. So yeah, it turned up their default out of the box Airbus profile that Moser provide. I was a bit like, oh, not sure about this. This doesn't feel quite like what I remembered at Gatwick. Like, it feels like something. It feels force feedbacky and it feels alive, but it didn't feel the same. And then I put on V1's profile and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm back at Gatwick. Like, incredible, absolutely incredible. Have I tried the updated ATR? No, I haven't. It's not a plane I'm very familiar with. Not a plane I would fly a ton personally. My plan is to do an updated livery for it, because my understanding is that the new version has broken the old liveries, because we were getting by on the 2020 liveries, but now I believe that's out the window. We got lucky with this PMDG actually, because when PMDG did their what was it called, the high detail update, the HDU I think they called it, my fear was that my livery would break, and somehow it didn't. So I'm like, I remember thinking like when they released that, I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm gonna have to redo all the liveries, but this is the original 24 livery that I did back when it came out in 24. When was it? December. It's a big upgrade, is it? Nice. Well, for those that enjoy the plane, that's amazing. I will say that for our virtual airline, we have leased a couple, a 42 and a 72, and they never ever get flown. Which is, yeah, telling, I suppose. It's all PMDG Phoenix stuff that gets flown mostly for the VA. Giving you 30% better CPU performance. What's that, the rebar stuff, Ryan? Ah, Shark, you make a good point. So Shark says, do you think the AB6 is good enough to do the same as what we were just talking about with the AB9? So I did a review of the AB6 on the channel. It's a fine stick, alright? There's nothing wrong with it, except of the way the force feedback system works. So the AB9 is belt driven. Now anyone that's ever done any like sim racing will know the difference between a belt driven force feedback system, a gear driven force feedback system, and a direct drive system. So basically at the bottom of the pile you've got gear driven force feedback, then you move up to belt driven, which is smoother, more powerful, and then you've got direct drive, which is like the top of the shop. So I've got one of those Logitech G923 steering wheels, and that we use for like playing Gran Turismo with the kids and stuff. That is a gear-driven force feedback system. So as you turn the wheel, if you do it very, very slowly, you can almost feel like the teeth of the gears. So you've got obviously one gear head that comes off of the force feedback motor and another gear that interacts with the wheel. And you can almost feel the teeth of those gears moving. And if you very, very slowly turn the wheel, you can almost feel like tiny little notches of movement. And it was the same thing with the AB6, because that uses gear-based force feedback. So particularly on short final on the Airbus, you can sort of feel little notches of movement. It's not terrible, like it's usable, don't get me wrong, it's not like a deal breaker, but if you're pursuing the most realistic Airbus side stick experience possible, the AB6 probably isn't going to be the one for you. I feel like if you're flying military with it, like if you're dogfighting, you're going to be moving the stick so much and so aggressively, and if you've got a plane that gives you force feedbacks as well, I think you're going to notice it way less. But I feel like if you're wanting an Airbus side stick, it's weird, isn't it? Because I went into the review thinking, oh, actually, this could be the perfect stick, because we just said I'm probably using like 10% of the AB9 in terms of its force feedback capability, and therefore would an AB6, even though it's half the strength of the AB9, could be more than enough for Airbus simmers. And it is more than enough in terms of its strength. It's just the nature of the gear-driven force feedback system. It inherently makes it feel different. It's almost like the second hand of a clock ticking as you move the stick very, very slowly. You can sort of feel like tick, 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 tick. So yeah, if you can afford it or save up for it, I would say AB9 is going to give you the best experience for Airbus flying, bar none. Like, it feels like this Thrustmaster yoke is lovely. It is lovely, but after flying with the AB9, it definitely feels like a step down. You can sort of feel the springiness. Almost like sometimes you need to be careful you don't pull back too much, because the springs will just go whoop, and then you've like overflared or whatever. Whereas with the AB9, you can sort of feel those springs, or the simulation of those springs really working against you. Which is why I'm saying, like, that wind control yoke, the force feedback one, I feel like that is going to do for these PMDGs what the AB9 did for the Airbus. If we, providing they obviously the profiles, the software profiles are set up right. Hopefully, now that V1 simulations in real life has transitioned to the 737, he can make us profiles for that too. Yay! Thanks, V1. That'll do the trick nicely, I think. Look at those contrails. Shaken, not stirred, David. Oh, damn it. Cat's out the bag now. Right, we are very, 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 very nearly, aren't we? Very, very nearly at top of climb. Can't be far now. What am I doing? Yeah, 10 miles out. We're all good. When does that expo kick off? Is it Friday? You're going back to Lisbon, Julian. Fair enough. Fair play. That's a long old flight, that, isn't it, down to Lisbon? What's that going to be? It's got to be 2 hours down to there, right? Yeah, I really should have just kept my nerve and continued the climb there, Julian, when I saw you. I do apologise if I caused you any problems. I thought by remaining level I would miss you, but it actually ended up causing what I was trying to avoid. That was annoying. I mean, of course, Wind Control are doing their sticks as well now, Shark, aren't they? Obviously, no idea what they're going to be like. I would assume they're going to be pretty good. How'd I come up with the name Air Not? Not is my surname. So it was that simple. Basically, I didn't know what to call the channel. I was like, I want to make this channel, but I haven't got a clue what to call it. And I was like, what if I sort of made it like a funny little fictional airline and go that route with it? So I just did that and ran with it, really. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. There comes a point, like when you're first starting out with something, you're like, oh, what do I call it? Because if I don't call it the right thing, it's doomed to fail. It's not doomed to fail at all. You just need to make good content, and regardless of what you call it, it'll work, probably. Whereas if you obsess on the name and obsess on your logo and obsess on, you know, and not actually do the work, yeah, it probably isn't going to work. Do the work, basically. Flight level 380, we're here. Does that mean I'm allowed a coffee now we've got to cruise? Surely it does. Surely it does. Engines are spooling back a little bit. We do have a 77 knot headwind though, so that will not be working in our favour. What time are we getting into Bristol? Progress. There we go. Bristol at 10:55 Zulu, so 5 to 12 will be at Bristol. That'll be alright. 102 knot for you in the A320. Oh, at 320. Flight level 320. Duh. I've noticed that, Ryan. Yeah, I've noticed you've changed your name. I mean, it doesn't matter really, does it? Like, there's a guy that I used to work with. He did a tech channel. Did quite well, or continues to do quite well. And now he's transitioned into like Raspberry Pi stuff, and he's, you know, made himself a name in that community. He's done really well. His channel name is just a complete load of gobbledygook. Like, he's like, oh, it's my YouTube channel I set up like 20 years ago and I just gave it a stupid name. I was like, you never thought to change the name? It's like, nah. Who cares about that? Like, and that goes to show, like, he's making videos about Raspberry Pis, and I think his channel name, originally, like, he made it so he could upload videos of him playing games on his PSP. PlayStation Portable from, like, years ago, the, like, OG PSP. So I think his channel name is something like blah, 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 PSP videos. And he does very well in the Raspberry Pi space, so I wouldn't obsess over it too much. Soon to be Ryan UK. Oh, surely Ryanair, that would be the one to do, Ryan. Mind you, I don't know what Ryanair would think about that. Real world flight you're recreating is 1 hour late. Oh, time for a coffee then, Julian. Case closed. You pop into the terminal, get yourself a croissant and a coffee. There you go. Done. Ryanair. Yeah, I think Ryanair might have an issue with that channel name. I did wonder, like, about all these virtual airlines that are like, you know, Lufthansa virtual and, you know, British Airways virtual, Qantas virtual, like, all these various airlines. Do the actual airlines mind? Or are we just, like, too small to even care about? I mean, ultimately, we're using all of their branding, their trademarks, their assets. Even, like, FSLTL is, like, loaded with, like, all these logos from these multi-billion-pound airline brands, you know. Don't know. It's a funny thought, isn't it? Toblerone, there you go. Yeah, Julian, nip in and get us all some Toblerone, will you? Divert to Lisbon for a Toblerone to meet Julian. Bet they wouldn't like it if we paid. Yeah, but then what's the other one? There's a paid for FSLTL, isn't there? What's it called? Is it FS Traffic? Is that a thing? I'll say this now, I've never really liked Toblerone. That's alright, Joanna, at least you're testing whether it can maintain a tuning to Unicom. Just make sure it doesn't detune itself. So what have we got? ATC wise, I mean, we're over Paris at the moment. I doubt they're going to want to talk to us, are they? Paris approach. London control's gone. Yeah, I think it's going to be crickets all the way home, isn't it? Oh, sorry, have I started a thing now? Clark wants me to go and get a Nando's in Bristol. I don't get Nando's. Honestly, I don't get what the fuss is about with Nando's. Massively overrated. Massively overrated. Remember some friends were like, oh, you got to come to Nando's. I was like, I've never had a Nando's. Like, oh, you'll love it. Nando's is brilliant. It's amazing. I went in there. I was like, what the hell is this? It's like KFC on a plate and I'm being charged double for it. Great. Oh no, but there's sauces. Oh, great. Sorry. Forgot about the sauce. Obviously that changes everything. Don't get it. Is that a self-made overlay? Well, the data isn't. The data comes from in the middle bit. You're talking about that bit up there, Phil. So the data comes from what's it called? Sim Toolkit Pro. But the default layout it gives you I didn't really like, and it also made you look like everyone else. So I took the data and I brushed off my web dev skills and did a bit of HTML, CSS to lay it out. And on the Twitch, YouTube horizontal stream, I've got like a little ribbon that goes across the top, and that again is the same data but custom laid out. Nando's were good years back when it was cheap. But it's expensive now. Everything's expensive now you go out to eat, isn't it? Everything's so expensive, like... Yeah. So expensive. Like, you got to feel for the restaurants and the pubs and everything, because if people can't afford it, like, they're gonna not survive either, and that sucks. What do I use for my pop-out panels? Pop-out manager. HTML CSS before AI made it trivial. I know. I often wonder about the guys at my old web dev job. How much of their job now they're just using AI for. Because they'd be mad not to. They really would be mad not to. Robert, what you can do is you link your YouTube account to your Discord profile, and then it will let you know within Discord that you can join. YouTube have changed it. YouTube changed their back-end layout, Robert. So there used to be a little tab. If you go to like the channel page on YouTube, there'd be like a community tab or an about tab or something. And within that, I had the link, and that only appeared when you became a member. But recently, they've gotten rid of all that. So we've done it now where we've done an integration with Discord and YouTube. So if you link your YouTube account to Discord, you should then see a list of channels you're entitled to join, and ours will be one of them. If you have trouble, just shoot me an email. I'll send you the link. That's fine, Julian, but not before you go in and get the Toblerone. Yeah, it's absolutely frightening how expensive it's gotten to like do anything now. Like just to like go out for the day, like by the time you've had anything to eat, or like it's just crazy. Good old Weatherspoons, eh? What's this? I'm just looking on the back end of YouTube. It's telling me to start a goal. Start a goal. Goal amount. 10 super... So it wants me to set a goal of 10 super chats of teal and higher, which is around £5. For an hour. And then share with your community how you'll celebrate. An example is, I'll host a Q&A session. Huh, what should I put in there? Got it, I've got it. Oh, that's funny. My goal is now live. I'm getting one back on you guys. Took your boy to see a film in Cambridge. Cost me 120 quid with car parking, cinema tickets and food. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. It's alright, Joseph. I've got a plan. Hop over to YouTube and you'll see. You want another leg? You can damn well pay for it. No Starlink this time, Shift. Oh, come on, Shift. What's going on? Right, is TikTok mad at me for any reason? Let's check in on TikTok. TikTok is not mad at me, it seems. Thanks, TikTok.
Give me a second leg, you sheets.
Oh, that's funny. I hate to say it, Chief, that isn't a teal super chat, so it hasn't counted towards the goal. That's very much a turquoise. Is that logged it or not? It actually hasn't. That's brutal. Oh, Chief. I'm sorry. How you doing, Pope? Just got home from school. It's a bit early, Pope, isn't it? You're knocking off early. Let's sort out this wing view. I'm not happy with this wing view, to be honest. I think it feels a little bit... Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? Should we do with that? Oh, you're in the Philippines. Okay, Pope, that makes a lot more sense. I was going to say, wasn't long ago I dropped mine off to school, so it was a bit of a shock to hear that you're back already. I like that wing view better. That one I feel like we could do going a bit lower. Oh, yeah, that's nice. I like that one. Let's save that one there. Go. How safe is Leeds out of curiosity? I worked in Leeds. It was alright. I worked in the hospital. Was it the Leeds General Infirmary? Am I pilot IRL? No. Yeah, it seemed alright, but then I only went from the hotel to the hospital, basically. There was a really weird guy on the reception there, right? So, like, on the first day, I went into the reception to, like, sign myself in, because we were working on the hospital radio station there. And, like, this guy that was clearly, like, the caretaker or whatever, he was very, like, regimented. Like, good morning, sir. How may I help you today, sir? And I was like, oh, hello, mate. I'm just here to work on the radio station. Like, here's all the information. He's like, sign here, please, sir. So, all right, sign here. And, yeah, very much like that. And you sort of think, like, after a couple of days, you build up a rapport with someone. And, like, every morning, it's like, hello, sir. How can I help you today, sir? It's like, hey, it's me from yesterday. It's like, completely just didn't acknowledge that I was here yesterday and we had a chat. It's really weird. Good morning, Mr. Mint. How are you? Watching the Twitch vertical. Yes, let's go. What's Grumpy saying? Have I seen that Gav is doing today? He's live streaming a long haul and not the entire flight. Really? What's he do? How's he doing that, Grumpy? Is he just going to, like, stop halfway through? Do you feel like if the pilot of your plane had a heart attack, you could fly the plane just from playing the sim? Oh, I'd have a go. Like, of course I'd have a go. Be mad not to have a go, really, because if you don't, it's kind of certain doom, isn't it? I mean, I'd probably just configure the plane for an auto land and sit there. Would be my approach. As fun as it would be to have a go on the controls, I think if you had like 200 people sat behind you that needed an absolutely positive result, then yeah, I'd just obviously get a radio, talk to ATC, hopefully have someone walk me through. Even though I'd probably know how to do it, I'd want someone to like double check we've done everything right, you know. The Boeing module? What do you mean about the Boeing module, Robert? As in like the flight computer? Oh, okay, Grumpy, fair enough. What's he flying? I mean, I always thought, like, funny you say that, Chief, I always thought that having just flown a sim at home, I probably wouldn't be able to, but having gone up to Gatwick and been in their sim and having landed it reasonably okay, makes you think maybe you might be alright. He's flying a 777, no way. That's funny, I was just saying earlier how much I envy Gav, given that he's like EasyJet sim pilot is his whole brand, therefore he can just fly the Phoenix constantly and never be questioned about it. Oh, you're joking, Ryan. Fair enough. I don't know, I wouldn't put it past him. He did do the 777, didn't he, when it all came out, I think? I can neither confirm nor deny, Pope. I can neither confirm nor deny. We are now about to cross the channel. No London control. Anything scheduled for Bristol? First one to land is that's going to be Tom there, followed by myself, followed by Toby. Yeah, that's Toby, and then Joanna. So we basically got 4 air knots coming into Bristol, and that's all that's coming into Bristol. Bristol, you're welcome. It's taking a 330. Oh, okay. How long have I got till top of descent? You know what I'm going to ask, don't you? 127 miles. It's getting a bit close, isn't it? Oh, it's getting a bit close. I can... Yeah. We're getting good at separation. Well, we weren't the other day, were we, going into Zurich? Not Zurich, Iceland, Keflavik. That was suboptimal. Aiden, run it. I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm having a little think to myself. Have I got time to have a quick coffee? Trouble is, if London Control comes online, might not be the best time to do that. I tell you what, we'll have a coffee when once we get down safely and smoothly into Bristol. Once the Clover machine has delivered the goods, we'll have a little coffee in Bristol while we reload. And maybe go somewhere else. Maybe. Not promising. Maybe. Because of course there is currently a YouTube goal in progress. When do you click to start this flight on the VA? Generally, it will... if you're doing on your first leg of the day, it will come up with a pop-up as you start your engines being like bing bong, and it will say like, do you want to start this flight? Click the button and it will start. If you then do a turnaround, that same little thing will not happen. You have to manually do it yourself. And the amount of times I've forgotten is criminal. So it's not a very good answer, but that is the answer, I'm afraid. That makes sense. I wish New Sky would push an update so that every single leg you do it detects an engine start and then puts it up. Is standard pack good? Standard pack for what? 112 miles till we descend. Where is it? Let's zoom out on the ND. There it is, just after Biggin Hill. Oh, the game. Yeah. So I'm running the standard edition of 24. I did a video all about it when 24 was due to come out, because obviously there was lots of hype around the deluxe and the premium deluxe and all the planes you get extra with the premium deluxe. And I looked at it being like, I'm never going to fly those. I'm going to fly the Phoenix and I'm going to fly PMDG. Therefore, do I need to spend another double on the sim almost? So I just went with the standard edition. I think I paid like 60 quid for it on Steam. I've been running that ever since. Yeah. So the 737 MAX is on standard, I believe. Yeah. Although I don't think it's considered to be a very good plane. That was the other thing. It's like they're saying they're going to do all these planes. Most of them will probably be not great. Yeah. It depends what sort of simmer you are. Like, if you're just having fun, the way I look at it is, like, my kids are playing Forza Horizon 6 at the moment, so am I. And, like, there's like 600 cars in that game. Are they all study level? Of course they're not. Like, is a Ferrari really that different from a Lamborghini on there? Probably not. Probably like some sort of default car model under it that gets pulled and tweaked around. And that's okay, because we're just having fun. We're not playing iRacing or ACC or whatever, you know? And similarly, watching my kids play flight sim, because they sometimes have a go, they just look at the menu of planes and they're like, ooh, I'll try that one. And they'll just like take off, do a barrel roll, crash it into a field, reload in another plane, take off, go from like one airport to another airport. No idea where they're going. They just see a runway and aim for it. They're just having fun. But I think if you're going to be like on VATSIM and taking it quite seriously, flying for virtual airlines, then all of those extra planes that kind of appeal to the gamer simmer, if you like, I'm not sure it would appeal to your simmer, for want of a better phrase. Because I feel like I'm very well looked after by Phoenix, by PMDG, so on and so forth. So I didn't feel the need to spend all that money. Have I used a honeycomb alpha yoke? I have not. I'm Ryanair 99XX on VATSIM. My call sign is AirNot, so X-Ray November Oscar 869 Echo. Oh, Julian, I do that all the time. I do that. It used to be that I couldn't fly as any other call sign except for AirNot 232. Couldn't do it. It was quite early days for me on VATSIM as well. And even when I would like fly for Ryanair, I'd be like Ryanair 232 or EasyJet or Easy 232, that sort of thing, you know? And yeah, just couldn't do it. Then I started doing as AirNot. I would move away from AirNot 232 and then be like, I don't know, AirNot 56 X-Ray or whatever the call sign is. And eventually I started to be able to manage it. But even like the other day I was flying as... Who was I flying as the other day? I've forgotten now. I was flying as someone the other day, different airline. And I said AirNot, whatever the call sign was, rather than the airline. But it's definitely been good to build up that ability to move away from one call sign, because I really struggled to start with. But I think once you get used to it, it does get easier for sure. World Express 232, thank you, Toby. Yeah, I was in the 777, wasn't I? Good old DHL. Which one is Postman? Is that FedEx? It's funny, some controllers, if they see like airline call sign, whatever it may be, Ryanair, EasyJet, whoever, 232, I think sometimes that gives the game away. It's FedEx Postman. I thought I've heard DHL be called Postman as well. I mean, it's quite nice if you've got your own little call sign that you use all the time. Especially if you're flying virtual airlines as well. So why would you be World Express and not Postman? Is it DHL based in different countries? Is it like European DHL or like American DHL or something, like UK DHL? I think it's a DHL based in Leipzig. Don't know. I'm lost now. Oh, yeah, Shark. Yeah, I can see what you mean there. I can see what you mean. One thing that's been good has been doing the New Sky tours, because it will just generate you a flight number. And you can edit it, of course, but then I just decided, no, I'm going to use what it gives me. So today we're 869 Echo. And it's definitely built up that muscle memory. In aviation, Postman is the official radio call sign used by the cargo airline European Air Transport Leipzig, EAT Leipzig, which operates express freight flights primarily for DHL. Yeah, there's different DHLs, isn't there, I think. So if we ever fly DHL out of Leipzig, we need to be Postman then. Or if we're flying back to Leipzig, we should be Postman. That's like BA, isn't it? Because you have like Griffins out of Gatwick. And then Speedbird, and then Shuttle, I suppose. Who loves that livery? But I am biased. I hope we get those FSLTL base models soon. I really do. I feel like they've had all this work to do with the injector stuff, haven't they? Because of Flight Radar 24 and all that stuff. But like now that that's maybe drawing to a close, maybe they can do the base models. I don't feel like they need to do an awful lot with the base models. They just need to merge it into the main branch and push it out. Just. All you need to do is just. So easy when it's someone else's problem. Postman depends on which specific operator, not where you're flying to. Oh. Yeah, so I suppose you could do a postman of East Mids to Helsinki, for example. Does New Sky need VATSIM? No. No, it doesn't. That's one thing I wish I'd made clearer in the video, because someone in the comments asked me that earlier, and I did reply to them. But yeah, you could literally just fly point A to point B all on your own, no ATC, just follow the flight plan, fly the plane nicely, and that's it. How you doing, Active? I mean, I'd encourage you to use VATSIM if you can, if you're up to it. But if you want to use Beyond ATC or say Intentions or nothing at all or something else, it makes no odds to New Sky. No odds whatsoever. Obviously, a lot of the guys that fly with us like to use VATSIM because obviously it means that we can fly together. So it kind of doubles as a little local multiplayer network provider in a way. But yeah, there's no real reason why you have to. No reason at all. VATSIM is king. Yeah. It's incredible. And there's literally nothing like it, is there? There is nothing like it. We're so lucky to have it. How many pilots have we got? That's a good question. It's like... Well, New Sky will tell us. New Sky, search airlines. 465. 17% of which are active. Oh, look out, Osprey. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. So if we just had another 100 flights, we'd be number 3. Can't imagine we're going to get as high as Jetfly. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? 1,200 flights in, what's that, 30 days? Yeah, that is some going, isn't it? And look, they've only got 100 pilots, and 75% of them are active. And again, look at FanSky. 100% of them are active. That is incredible. That is they are putting in a shift, those guys. They deserve to be on top, 100%. That's amazing. That is flipping amazing that they've done that. That's not many of them either, is it? Putting in that sort of... Putting in those numbers. 2 flights to the VA so far have both been 10s. There you go. Now, I can't promise I'm going to get a 10 for you today. In fact, I certainly won't because I forgot my beacon for like 30 seconds on pushback, but... Landing into Bristol... Yeah, Phil. It's alright, Phil, I understand. What are we on? We've got 465, 81 of which have done flights in the last 30 days. We have put in a little rule. There's a thing you can do in New Sky in the back end, And what it will do is there's a thing where like if you haven't flown in like a year, it will sort of take you off. Which I was a bit like, do I want to do that? Is that a bit harsh? But at the same time, if they're not flying for you, is there they can always come back. Yeah, 10 out of 10 does not always equal profit as well. So the 10 out of 10 is obviously how well you flew. But profit, I mean, that depends on the routes and all sorts, doesn't it? What I'm going to do is have a little look here, because we are now over the UK. Who have we got? They're going Frankfurt, so we should be clear of all this Gatwick traffic. And then as as we come over to Bristol, there quickly becomes not a lot. These guys left Bristol? No, they went from Manchester. Anyone on the ground? 0. I'm probably going to try and shoot for stand 2-3 if I can at Bristol, if it's available. Yeah, 2-7 by the look of it. So into Bristol at the minute, we've got a 7 knot headwind and a 10 knot left to right. Oh god, a 10 knot left to right crosswind in a 737 that I'm not very good at flying at the moment. Oof. That ought to be good fun then, didn't it? Speaking of, we are really not very far from top of descent. What I'm going to do is take us down initially to... What should I take us down to? Probably going to vector after Pomax, I think. I'll show you so you can see what I mean. If I vector after Pomax, if I can get down to... Because otherwise I'm going to have to fly all the way into Bristol and then fly back out on the BRI, only to then fly back in. Put in 7,000 in the window to start. Then the minute we cross top of descent, a feature that the Airbus doesn't have, the plane will automatically descend. Right, let's do a landing en route. So Bristol 27, import the aircraft, import the weather. What's QNH? 1018. If we do auto brakes 3, flipping heck. Auto brakes 3, that's going to stop us almost right at the end of the runway. Max auto, what's that going to do? That's a bit more like it, isn't it? Wow, okay. I mean, that will stop us in time. Just. Should we try 3? You can always just jump on the brakes manually. Should be fine. We do a flaps 30 landing. Pop that in. Minimums at Bristol are 801, I believe. I wish PMDG would lose the scrolling acceleration. Find it so difficult to get where I want to be with this.
Peter traffic Lufthansa 8 Romeo Yankee on the Olaka established runway 7 left.
And so the Unicom fun begins with Heathrow. You back into X-Plane, Ryan? Right, let's do a separation check. Oh, I love Unicom sometimes. .380 knots, what am I at? 364. 13 miles between Tom and myself. Where's Toby gone? Oh, Toby's back here. Nice big separation.
Gatwick traffic 7498 Heavy is climbing on the LAM 6 Mike departure at
At least James can have a nice sleep, Grumpy.
at 11 Delta Echo Tango. We're climbing through 5,000 by the star. Gatwick traffic.
Blink, I think if you put in your SimBrief ID, then when you make a flight, you can click the little clipboard icon. That'll make you a SimBrief flight plan. Bristol traffic, airnauts 869 Echo, 41 miles out of Vic Town, flight level 380, beginning our descent. We're going to initially descend to 7,000. My voice nearly went then.
Beta traffic, Lufthansa 8 Romeo Yankee, landing runway 27 left, we're on 5 mile final.
Come on then, top of descent, where are you? So we'll have a coffee at Bristol.
Keeper 990, we'll be lining up 27 right via Alpha 4, immediate departure, no delay, Heathrow.
Morning Tom, how you doing? Am I doing another leg? I'm thinking about it, Phil. I'm thinking about it.
Heathrow traffic, runway 2005 on final 6 on way to 7 left.
There you go, there's top of descent.
Heathrow traffic, behind departing traffic from 27 right, line up and wait from Alpha.
It'll be neither today, Mr. Mint. I've run out. I had to make an emergency trip to Sainsbury's and get some of their coffee beans. Which, in fairness, aren't the worst. But it ain't no APU, let's put it that way. One thing you notice is just how small and shriveled the coffee beans are. If you buy, like, Sainsbury's own beans. Very small, very shriveled, whereas you look at APU and they're these, like, lovely, plump coffee beans.
Heathrow traffic, Seabird 99 Mike 0, taking off 27 right on the Brooklyn Spark 7 Foxtrot, Heathrow.
Ooh, Gatwick Montpellier, nice. Have a good flight, Tom. What are you flying? Right, what I need to do also is put in the ILS, don't I, for Bristol. 110.15. Oops. 110.15. Tune U. I'll do the other side. 110.15. We'll tune U. And then we need to do the course, don't we? The course. And also I need to resync my heading bug, which of course I've been doing all the way through the flight. And the course into Bristol is 266. I'm sure it used to be 267. Or is that like magnetic drift that's changed that? Or am I just misremembering? Probably that, to be quite honest with you.
Heathrow traffic, Seabird 99 Mike 0, airborne passing 1000 Brooklyn Spark 7 Foxtrot, Heathrow.
Don't you worry, Chief. We'll be alright. We'll sort it out. Everything's under control.
Heathrow traffic, 205 for the collision on the way to 7 left.
I wonder if Rajado will do a stand at Bristol. I don't know. That's a good idea. That's a thought, actually. They might do.
Heathrow traffic, Virgin 103 Mike, taking off runway 27 right, Heathrow.
It's weird how quickly Bristol comes up.
Runway 27 left, Heathrow.
Pipe down, Grumpy. Stop it. Right.
Bristol traffic in at 164 Delta, ICTAM flight level 220, Bristol.
164 Delta, are you doing the full BRI transition, or are you planning to vector?
Sorry, say again, fair not 164 Delta.
Are you planning to fly the BRI-1 transition for 27, or are you going to vector in to intercept?
I think I'm going to vector in actually, not 164 Delta.
Roger, we'll follow you in. Does seem a bit silly doing the BRI transition into Bristol, into 27 at least, from this direction. Like, if we were flying in from, I don't know, Dublin, then I guess you could just hit it, come out and back around, because you've got to go that way anyway. Oh, man. I'm starting to get a bit worried about this landing. It's been a minute since I've landed the 7-3 nicely. I used to be so good at it as well in 2020. I feel like I'd really gotten to know the plane by the end of 2020. And obviously 2024, the plane wasn't in it for a long time. And we've kind of gotten bad at it, which I'm not in love with that situation, to be honest with you. Not in love with that. Yeah, Toby, I've planned for the BRI transition too, but I don't think I'm going to stick to it. I think my plan will be to vector myself out from Pomax. (220) ICTAM. What does it think we're going to be at Pomax? Flight level 121. Might be a bit of a struggle actually to... Will it? No, it shouldn't be. Can we do... Can we do that? We're going to be off profile now. Performance. Where do I go to see how much off profile I am? Cruise. No. Descent. In it. Where do I go? Yeah, we're back on profile now. We're fine. Bristol traffic, Air 869 Echo. We're going to be descending 7,000 feet level by Pomax. Then we are going to vector to the south to then intercept the ILS 27. Check out AviaWorks. What's AviaWorks? Pretty good 3-in-1 deal for potentially iFly. AviaWorks CDU. I've not seen that one. Descent page, I had it at the bottom, did I? No, I did. It's alright. We're on profile. We've got a decel point coming up shortly. Got anti-ice on. Yeah, I've just noticed that on the ND, Jim. Oh, it's so weird, isn't it, how you forget? Are we getting ice on the windscreen? Got our window heat on. Anti-ice on. I think we're doing all we can, aren't we? Realistically. For now. That's GFX doing that. See that wing fading out there? Oh, it's for those running CDUs on tablets. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. Cheers, Pope. Yeah, that does look pretty damn good. Okay, the speed is trying to nudge its way down. I'm just going to help it out. I mean, you could argue that you shouldn't need to spend 20 quid on an add-on just to do this, but it should be built into the sim. But the reality is the sim doesn't do it. And I kind of feel like it's worth the 20 quid just for the contrails. I really do. Come on, little plane. We're getting loads of ice on the windshield. Is there a way we can get rid of that? I've got wing anti-ice on, I've got engine anti-ice on, I've got window heat on, I've got probe heat on. Is there anything else I need to have on that I don't have on? Navigation, displays, voice recorder. I don't know. Okay, we're just slowing ourselves down a bit. Get ourselves back on profile, hopefully. Just trying to lose all that energy. Alright, I'm going to continue down to 3,000 feet, leaving Pomax at heading... (230). Bristol traffic, Air Knot 869 Echo, leaving Pomax heading 230 and intercepting the ILS, continuing down to 3,000 feet for runway 27. Let's reduce our descent rate a little bit. If we need to get out the way of Tom, we will.
Bristol traffic Air Knot 164 Delta, inbound Charlie, Foxtrot 27, just about to intercept ILS 28 at Bristol.
Now Bristol traffic Air Knot 869 Echo, slowing speed 210 knots for traffic separation, Bristol. We do a bit of flaps. Do flaps 1, that might help a little bit. Feel like we're struggling here to manage our energy. Grumpy and Ross, are you two behaving in chat?
Bristol traffic Air Knot 164 Delta, established ILS 2811 DME.
So if I arm the approach mode now...
And correction, Bristol traffic, that's ILS 27.
I didn't want to say anything, Tom.
Hey, bro, you got a good live stream going on right now.
Right, speed 180. Roscoe, thank you for 14 months on Twitch. What a legend. We are still struggling to maintain our energy. So I'm just gonna reduce that rate of descent a little bit. Oh, nice one, LJ. Okay, flaps 5. Currently have 16 miles to run. Cheers, Chemist. Thank you. Sorry, it took me a minute there to work out what your name was with all that numbers in it. Okay, speed 160. What's that? 123. What am I at? 150. And slowing. I'm going to make the executive decision to get my gear out.
Bristol traffic, cannot 23 Alpha, leaving Comac now, heading 230, vectoring in for ILS 27, descending down to 3000 Bristol traffic. Bristol traffic, cannot 23 Alpha, further reducing speed, 220 knots for separation, Bristol traffic.
Well, can't see a damn thing. This is going to be interesting, isn't it? Of course, I forgot the lights. Cheers, Rafa. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Bristol traffic, air knot 869 Echo, 11 miles for 27, speed 160 for traffic separation. When are we going to get a visual, I wonder? Nice rain effects, though.
Bristol traffic, air knot 164 Delta, 4 miles.
Oh, cheers, Chemist. Yeah, brace, everyone. Brace, brace. God, that's not what you want to see as a passenger out the window, is it? So weirdly, regardless of the weather, there's a little part of the terminal at Bristol that always shines through. I don't know why that is. Right, everyone be quiet. Pay attention. So we need to lose another 10 knots, well, 9 knots for our final approach speed. When is all this going to clear? Guidance lights, got it.
Traffic and 23 Alpha established now, localize runway 27, reducing speed 180 and back to Bristol traffic.
Look at that separation, look, 6 miles between us all. What a bunch of bosses we are.
Bristol traffic, NR 164 Delta, landing 28.
7.
2,500.
Bristol traffic, ANR 869, Echo, 7 miles for 27, slowing to final approach speed 151 knots, Bristol. Hey, look, we're through the cloud. That's loads better. Why am I grabbing the side stick?
Bristol traffic in at 164 Delta, caution, wake, turbulence, 1 DME, Bristol.
Chestnut. Really don't like the position of this yoke.
Easy 119 pushing back from gate 25.
Should have turned the side stick on, we could have landed with the stick. I was going to say, why isn't the airport over there? But of course, due to the wind, it's over there. So we're going to need right...
Bristol traffic in at 164 Delta, vacated, and that was wind shear, not wake turbulence at 1 DME, Bristol.
Right foot forward, left hand down. Bristol traffic, NR 869 Echo, 4 miles for 27. Wow. Currently got 37 knots going across us at the moment, which is not nothing, is it?
Bristol traffic and our 230 is fully established now, runway 27 on a 6. Correction, 12 mile final, push of traffic ahead, so we'll be prepared to potentially go around push of traffic.
Wow. Come on. 3 whites, let's just correct down for that. Okay, the wind is lessening. So we might actually need to head into the left a little bit. Come on.
$500. 400. Approaching minimums. 300. 200.
Continue.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Just. Bloody hell, that was close, wasn't it? And that was hard. Ooh, my word. Well, we're down. I tell you, I was working for that. That was really flipping hard. Overflared it a touch. Definitely overflared it a touch there. Damn. Bristol traffic, NR 869 Echo, runway 27 vacated. I feel properly stressed after that.
Bristol traffic, easy 119 attached into holding point Alpha X-ray runway 27.
Oof. Sadly, the Clover machine did not appear today, but never mind. Look at that windsock. Damn, that was hard, wasn't it? Right, let's tidy up the wing. Yay, a slammer! That's alright. We got it down. Just. That was definitely hard. That was a hard landing. But I think we still might get a 10, because we were under 1.4 Gs. It was slightly on the late side though, wasn't it? Ever so slightly on the late side. And by ever so, I mean incredibly. Can I go to stand 2-3? Is anyone in 2-3? Bristol traffic, Air 869 Echo, taxiing to stand 3 via Zulu. Damn, that was challenging. Challenging. Oh, no 10 for the beacon light, of course. Here comes another one. Yay! See, I'm looking pretty good now, aren't I?
Bristol traffic, and 23 after turn around.
Looking pretty good now, huh? Appreciate that, Toby. Challenging conditions here at Bristol.
That was impressive. I'm pretty sure I was on one wheel that whole landing.
Yeah.
The same happened to me. I think I one-wheeled it down half the one way.
See? Whereas Mr. Not over here, yes, it was a bit hard, but I got us down. Follow for more. Follow for more. I'm going to take Link Charlie. Oh, EasyJet's gone. If it's a WS, it could be a New Sky ban. Oh my word. What I need to do, Grumpy, is promote you in New Sky to be in charge of all, like, pilot comms and unbanning. That'd just be hilarious. Especially if I can watch all the messages. Which landing are you talking about, Ryan? I definitely need a coffee after that. Bloody hell. GSX. I want stand 2-3. All things considered, I know that wasn't like ideal, that landing, but all things considered, I'm not too worried about that. I think that was alright. I mean, that was not one for the Hall of Fame, let me be clear. But all things being equal, I'm kind of pleased that we got it down. Oh, Murray, it'll take you forever. It took me forever.
I'm making a left-hand turn, hitting 150 Bristol traffic.
Just a little late. Yeah, I mean, it was legal. Just. I was basically relying on the runway coming up to meet me, and I wasn't going to flare it anymore. Taxi lights should remain on, but we'll turn them off again. Yeah, I remember, Murray, when I was doing mine, I was like trying to put it all together, and I was like, right, so with my one set of hands, I'll do this job, and then with my other set of hands, I'll do this other stuff. It's like, I had to get my wife to help me with some bits. Here we go then. Beautiful. Right, let's see what New Sky made of that. I remain cautiously optimistic. Engines off. And we will do... Wrong one. No, that was right. Right, you ready for this? Are we ready for this? Long landing. Okay, it was long. Although, according to the scenery, it was okay. It was a great touchdown, though, in challenging conditions, and we had no beacon. That's alright. That's alright. All things being equal, I will take that. I will take that. We got another one coming in. What the hell am I looking at here? Ah, it's the butthole of a 737. Right. While we think about where to go next, I'm going to make a quick coffee. I'm thinking...
Bristol traffic, airline 1 Juliet Hotel, 7 mile final, 1 May 27 Bristol traffic.
I'm thinking we nip over to Dublin. That's my little plan. Nip over to Dublin, because by the time we get loaded, by the time we do all the stuff, it's going to be probably 1:30, 2 o'clock by the time we finish, which would be about perfect. I would have considered going down to Ibiza. However, I think that's going to be too long given the time that we have to get down there. That could perhaps be tonight's stream if I'm able to. I will confirm that by scheduling it later. I am going to go make a quick cup of coffee and then we will regroup. We'll say right now we're going to Dublin, so you can all, if you all want to come along, you can all jump in and get set up. I will fly to Dublin next. See you in a moment.
Bristol traffic, airline 1 Juliet Hotel, 5 mile final, Bristol traffic.
Bristol traffic cannot figure average, fully established again in the ILS 27 on a 5 mile final. Bristol traffic. And that was my first capture moment for everyone that was watching.
Ah, good. Right, let's go to Dublin. Shall we? I need to book a flight. Let's go to Dublin. It'll be a free flight, I think. Oh, can I do a scheduled flight from here? Can we do... Oh, yeah, I can. I can do a scheduled flight. Let's do that. Make a bit more money. If we can be gone by 1:45, that'll be ideal. There we go. That's the flight plan made. Let's file that on 2205. Not 2205. I can remember that. Lovely jubbly. Oh man, that landing was hard work. That was hard work, that landing. Let's pull in the flight plan into my Navigraph. And it's looking like it wants us on 28 left. We'll do that. That's fine. Vati 4 Lima arrival. Right, let's do the old disconnect and reconnect trick to VATSIM real quick. And we're good. We're back on VATSIM. How you doing, Martin? Did you get down all right, Joanna? Here we go then. Here we go then. Let's go up to the top panel. I'm going to request a ground power unit while we're here, I think. Ground ops. Set some chocks and take a ground power. Wait for this to light up. There we go. Lovely. We'll turn the anti-ice off for a minute and the probe heats. I think we can just leave everything else as is for now. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's bring in the flight plan. Flight was challenging today, Martin. It really was. It was not easy conditions getting out of Bristol by any stretch. So let's go to FMC page. The route, let's bring that in. Bristol to Dublin. Set payload, set fuel. Select the route. Wait for that to come in. And we will load that. Activate, execute. Here we go. Now we're going to be departing Bristol on 27 on the... is that Brecon or Beacon? 1 X-ray, whatever it is. And into Dublin, we're going to expect 28... Well, not VDM. Let's erase that. We want to do ILS 28 left. Vati for Lima. And we're going to go via Pizza. If that's how you're supposed to say it. If that's how you're supposed to say it. Jolly good. Let's bring this over here. We'll have a little look at our takeoff performance. So Bristol 27, import from the aircraft, import the weather. Cool. So rating is going to be... Do perf init request real quick. Can't at the minute, Martin. We're off to Dublin now, mate. Load and execute. N1 limit. TO. And our flex temp is going to be full on toga. We need a toga to get out of here. Damn, okay. Take off. Flaps 5. 138, 140, 149. That's all in as well. Center of gravity. Trim of 4.9. Wrong way. And we are in business. Happy days. You know what? We're pretty much close to being ready to go, aren't we? We've got our legs in. Let's have a look through the flight plan. I'm going to recycle the flight directors. And we'll put in 149 in the V1. As for the SID out of here, we're going to climb to 6,000 for Brecon. It is Brecon, I've just looked at the charts. And runway headings are in. We'll put in 267 in the heading bug as well. Jolly good. Jolly good indeed. That's okay. Let's go through the route real quick. Let's go into plan. We'll step through the route. So out of Bristol, right-hand turn, up to Brecon, out over Wales, then Varty, Sorin. Then we're in on to 28 left into Dublin. Jolly good. Maybe I didn't need to put the time in New Sky to be so far away. We need to kind of wait 10 minutes before we go.
Bristol traffic, easy 46 Alpha Kilo at Stones 1. We're going to be pushing back facing east on Zulu, Bristol.
Take power from the APU. It's all good. I'm going to get my anti-collision light on, and I'm going to get GSX ready to go. This has been a really quick turnaround, because we don't have to wait for the boarding and deboarding, do we? I forgot about that. Request push and start. What we'll need to do, though, is lose the ground power and remove the chocks.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Why won't my brakes go on? Come on, brakes. Ah! Come on. Try that again. There we go. Jolly good.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
There she is. Anyone coming to Dublin, or is it just me? Just me by the looks of it. Billy no mate's over it. Oh no, Tom's coming. In something completely different. Happy days. So we sort of have to wait a bit, don't we? We've got about an 8-minute wait, which is possibly a mistake. It gives you 15 minutes either way, doesn't it, New Sky? I do believe. Down 2, 3. Let's have a look at the charts. So here we are. So we're going to taxi onto Link Charlie Zulu, then hold at Alpha X-Ray for 27. Yeah, so if we wait till past, we'll be okay. Then we'll get going. Then we go up over Wales. Then we hit the Varty waypoint. Over the Irish Sea. I'll be tempted from Sorin to go direct to Latmo rather than do this whole little crescent. Well, there's a lot of people in Dublin. Dublin's busy. Is there any ATC on at Dublin? Hopefully there is. That'd be nice if there is. Yeah, Tower's on. Look at that. Hell yeah. They've been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes though, so it might be that by the time we get there they've had enough. But I can kind of understand that. Kind of understand that. That's okay. As for up top, we're all good, aren't we? We'll do the probe heats to on when we go. Anti-ice is off. APU bleed we can do on. We need to turn the packs to off when we do engine start. Anti-collision light is on. I feel like we're in a good place. What's the fine likely to be if I decide to go early? It's only 5 minutes. We can wait for 5 minutes. Tell you what I might do, actually. I might go and let the dog out in the garden for 5 minutes before we push back. I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm just thinking about it. He hasn't been out in the garden yet this morning, and he could probably do with popping out. Back in a moment.
Bristol traffic, EC46 Alpha Kilo, taxiing runway 27, holding point Alpha X-ray via Zulu, Bristol.
Bristol traffic, Golf Bravo Foxtrot, Romeo Victor, radio check.
555.
Likewise, thank you.
Bristol traffic, easy 46 Alpha Kilo, lining up and departing runway 27, Exmoor 1 X-ray departure, climbing initially 6,000, Bristol.
I'm back. Right, GSX. Continue with our pushback. Go. Right, let's give people a shout on Unicom. Bristol traffic, Air Knot 2205, stand 23, pushing back, facing east, Bristol.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Let's get going. Let's go to Dublin. APU bleed on, packs 2 off, engine 1.
Bristol traffic is the Golf Kilo Echo, 50 miles northwest, making an approach to runway 27. Can we get 12,000?
Right, let's remember to start New Sky, shall we? Because that would suck.
Clear to start engines.
Go flaps 5. That is an engine start. Good. Let's go engine 2 into ground. And start the engines.
Please set parking brakes. Unlocking gear.
Parking brake set. Now we can take power from the engines. We can turn off the APU bleed, put the packs back into auto, turn on the probe heat, get the taxi lights on. We can lose the APU.
Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Let's go to Dubs. Let them get out of the way. Bristol traffic Air Knot 2205, taxiing to holding point Alpha X-ray runway 27 via Zulu and Alpha, Bristol. No messing today, so it'll be a toga takeoff. Put ourselves back into map mode. Grabbing the side stick again. I need to sort out the way I'm mounting this yoke. It is an absolute mile off. I feel like I'm basically like holding it too far down. It's not a comfortable position at all. Let's get the flight directors on. Arm L nav. Arm V nav. Auto throttle on. Reset the barrow. We want second right for Alpha. That's Bravo on our right now. And I believe I heard there was someone on final. Was there or was there not? Parking brake set. Let's check. Because I've got a funny feeling there's going to be a plane on the way in.
Bristol traffic, Golf Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Victor taxiing to runway 28. Bristol.
Golf Mike, this is Air Not 2205. Are you coming back to land on 27? This is Air Not 2205. We're holding short of 27. We're about to take off. Just wanted to make sure we're not going to get in your way if you're turning back to land.
No problem at all. Yeah, proceed. I'll hold off and I'll land after. Golf Mike, okay.
Appreciate it. Thanks. In that case, Bristol traffic Air Not 2205 lining up, taking off runway 27, beacon 1 X-ray. Lights on. Engines into continuous. Let's get the strobes on. Start the clock. And let's get out there. So, toga takeoff, yeah? We'll take the full runway length. We'll do a tight little turn here.
Bristol traffic, Golf Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Victor holding Alpha for departing traffic. Bristol. Takeoff, yeah.
Beeping at me for. Why is it upset? That'll be why. Go. Why does my auto throttle keep turning off?
80 knots.
We'll just toga it. We have to toga it anyway. Wow, that's a lot of wind. Flippin' heck.
Rotate.
There. Gear up. God, we did well to get into Bristol based on that. Wowzers.
Bristol traffic, Golf Romeo Victor lining up 27.
Bristol traffic, air not 2205, airborne out of 27, passing 3000 Bristol. We're in the soup again. Flipping out, can't see a damn thing, can we? My TV wants to turn off. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Flaps up. Right, when are we going to get a punch through? Probably do anti-ice, shouldn't we? Wow. Start the turn. God, this is like soup. Absolute
traffic,
soup.
Golf Romeo Victor taking off 27 Bristol.
Wow. Okay, let's get the autopilot on. Hey, almost had a punch through. Now, is there anyone around us? We've got you, you're at 3,000 feet, I'm climbing, nothing over Wales. Right, let's go straight to 260. Bristol traffic air not 2205, climbing now, flight level 260, final call Bristol. There we go. Nice one, Bravo Echo. Standard pressure. God, so much nicer above that cloud, isn't it? Wind at Dublin isn't so bad. We've got a 13 knot headwind and a 3 knot left to right crosswind, so that's way better. Way better. Just need to get your rating up to 9. Yeah, I mean, one flight should, if you could, one flight, a 10 out of 10 should do it, or above 9 will do it. That's all you need. (10,000 feet). Coming up. Lights off, engines out of continuous. Reset the bug to 328. Look at us go. We're going to Dublin. I have seen the iFly update. It does look good, doesn't it? Looks very cool. What time are we due in to Dublin? We'll be there in 45 minutes. That'll be perfect timing. Perfect timing. It's basically going to be a case of going up and then coming straight back down, I think. In the cloud. Oh, one thing I've been missing out on is actually the GIFs on TikTok. Phil, I've seen you've been sending some GIFs and also FST photography. Sorry, miss that. That did not appear in my little thing that I've got doing my chat. I do apologise, guys. Phil, you sent loads. And Westfly sent hearts. Oh, God, guys, sorry, I look really ungrateful now. I need to have the TikTok app open a bit more, maybe. Darn it. FCU set. Yeah, Wingflex sent it over. Altitude. There are videos on the channel. Although sadly I can't use it in the 7.3 at the moment. In SPAD though, I did notice the other day that this one appeared. So maybe there's something we can do there. Is it better than wind control? I've not tried the wind control FCUs, so I couldn't tell you. These are not full scale, I can tell you that. They're like 80% scale. But I do like the RMP feature that's like in over here, that's quite clever. Oh, look at these clouds. Some funny old weather today, eh? Cheers, Altitude. Thanks, mate. So we're only going up to flight level 260 for this one. Okay. It's going to be an up and a down, so we're currently just past Brecon or Beacon, whatever it's called. What's the waypoint called? Brecon. We've passed Brecon. We're now going to track along the south of Wales. Not that you can see it. You can't see anything at the minute. And round we go. We're properly cloud surfing, aren't we? Properly cloud surfing. Love it. It can't be long until we're at our top of climb. Yeah, 28 miles. Then we're going to be there. Crazy. Lovely little flight, Bristol to Dublin. I always like this one. We're going back into that cloud. Yeah, we are, aren't we? We totally are. We totes are. Look at that. One thing I asked earlier, I don't think we ever got an answer. What's the schedule for FS Expos? When do they do like all the presentations? Is that Saturday or does it start Friday? It's a Friday. Is it Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday people go, or is it Saturday, Sunday? I've completely forgotten. Do I eat third-party weather? No, I do not. Yeah, a lot of people ask me that. Almost like they think it looks so good that it must be, but it's not, it's default. I mean, I'm using the GFX plugin now that does the weather effect, so you can sort of see the wing disappears into the cloud a little bit. That's a GFX thing. By default, you would see the entire plane wing at the moment. It wouldn't, like, fade into the cloud. Are we ever going to clear this cloud? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and there's another one. Let's disarm the auto brakes. You alright, Lizzie? Now, is Dublin still on? No, they're not. Incredible. They are not. So it's going to be Unicom then into Dublin. So we'll stick with our plan of 28 left. I was going to say we should check the ATIS and see if we actually are expecting 28 left, but seeing as we now are, set that, and the elevation into Dublin is 200. I'm good, thanks, Lizzie. Saturday to Sunday, is it? How long did it take you before you were confident enough to use the 777 on VATSIM? Couple of flights. I did a couple of flights offline and then had a go myself. 11135 is the ILS into Dublin. And the course is 278. Reset that heading bug to 282. Keeps you busy, this 737. Do I like long flights? Not really, no. I get kind of bored, to be honest. I know some people seem to love them, but I just like, what do you do? Something like 2 hours-ish is probably where I'd like to be, ideally. Casper, thank you for the raid, my friend. Hope you're well. Thank you. Halfway through my second long haul on VATSIM, Seattle to London, but it means I can work and then land. Yeah, so if I wasn't streaming and I was doing something else, maybe I'll work from home as a, I don't know, software developer or something. I could totally see myself doing that. But by doing a long haul on stream, you're sort of committing yourself for like 10 hours to sit here for 10 hours, which is, that's quite a lot, I would say. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a lot. Yeah, maybe I'd consider it if I wasn't streaming, because... But then again, like... If you're just going to walk away from it... Is there a lot of point? I don't know, I feel constantly conflicted about long haul. Because it's a really long time. Right, we're going to go 3,000 feet for pizza, and we're going to shortcut it. So we're nearly at top of descent. What I might do is, after Sorin, go direct to pizza. Get rid of that shortcut. Yeah, 10 hours is a long old time. You lurk away, Casper. You're more than welcome, mate. Look at that. We're already at top of descent in like 10 miles. Such a short little flight. Where am I? There's me. So we're over, what's that? Is that like Haverfordwest? Or Fishguard or somewhere near there? So we're going to turn up now up the Irish Sea, and then we're going to not do the little crescent, which is what we're basically going to go straight in. Such a short little flight to Dublin. Yeah, the tortoise across the pond is that's more my kind of thing. 100%. Now, performance tool. We need to get working quickly on this, don't we? We're going to do 28 left. QNH is 1010. Let's pre-tune that. That's in. Minimums into Dublin are 302. There we go, there's top of descent. Can't do it. 302. Go for a flaps 30 arrival. Auto brakes 3 will do the trick. The last mastering Bristol was 6 hours plus each way. Yeah, so I don't mind like that as almost like a final boss of a tour. Don't mind that. But to sit here and do like Heathrow JFK 3 times a week, I don't think so. It's not really my thing. Dublin traffic, Airnaut 2205, flight level 260. We're descending now on the Varsity for Lima, and we are going to go direct from Sorin to Lapmo. How do I rate the headwinds A through 30? I've not flown it in ages, but it comes from a good place, doesn't it? Because it comes from the fly-by-wire team. So it inherits a lot of goodness. Definitely does. I did one long haul with the guys. Again, I don't mind doing the odd one as like a special, but to make it part of my regular stuff, you know? Not sure that's really what I'm into. But yeah, that was a long old drag. We got up at like 5 in the morning to do that. We left, I think we were off blocks at 6:30 a.m. was it? And by the time we got back to London, it was like 2 in the afternoon. Jamie was on London Control bringing us in. It was brilliant. And it was a good landing. It definitely felt like the landing meant more. Like you really didn't want to mess up because you'd been in the air for so long. It was like, don't mess this up, don't mess this up. So you definitely felt the pressure a bit more. So I can kind of see where the appeal comes from that point of view. And yeah, the electric bill. Honestly, that's a real thing, Phil. Like, especially if you're going to like just walk away for 10 hours and just let your PC sit there chewing through like 500 watts of electric an hour. Now, I'm quite lucky that I've got solar, so that offsets a lot of it most of the time. Because like right now, I'm the only one in the house. Everyone else is out. The only electricity other than the fridge is like this, and the solars are 5 kilowatts. So yeah, obviously we're inside of that most of the time. Even if it's a bit of a rubbish day, you can generally generate a kilowatt here or there. But again, if you're doing it at night time, then obviously there's no sun. So there is that to consider. But yeah, with the cost of electricity now, like in the UK, it's crazy. We were lucky. We were locked in on like one of these 5-year deals that we negotiated when it was like, well, I say negotiated, that we just chose when the rates were super cheap. Kind of like pre-COVID. I think we locked in for like 5 years. And yeah, then that deal went away and it was like, oh, okay, that's suboptimal. Turned out we had a freezer, a chest freezer in the garage that didn't have an awful lot in it. And I put a little measuring thing on it, and it was using like 30 quids of electric every month. So we took a couple of bags of peas and loaves of bread out of it and just turned it off, and it's now a cupboard. I don't know why it was using 30 quid a month. That was a lot. A lot. It turns out we didn't need it at all. At all. So yeah, check your fridges would be my advice. That was crazy. Absolute crazy. For a fridge. Wow, freezer. Chest freezer.
Still in traffic, Golf Bravo Foxtrot, Romeo Victor, descending battery for Lima, arrival, descending down to 7,000.
Yes, Lucas, it is. Yeah, so Simon, I thought I'd have to redo my liveries when they did the new update, but they worked. But I've had a couple of people saying that they couldn't get it to work. But I haven't heard much more from them, so I don't know. Do you mean their aviation on TikTok? Air not you do and Boeing only new Airbus. Don't quite understand what you mean. Not tried explain. I feel like I'm too invested at this point in 2024 because you just have to start again, wouldn't you, with all your scenery, all your aircraft, all your other add-ons like chase plane, like GSX. Like, oh my goodness, it'd be a nightmare. I guess I could do like a flight for the purpose of a video, but I wouldn't. I can't. I just couldn't justify going all in at this point, you know. Doing your PPL next March, amazing. Good luck. What do I think about the Windwing Airbus throttle? It's really nice. It is really nice. Yeah. It's very, very nice indeed. We are nearly getting down to 10,000 feet, so presumably the plane is going to start to decel quite shortly. Presumably at this dot here. Yeah, just drop them into the community folder. I don't use the OC3 thing. They literally just drop into the root of the community folder. Tom, have you ever taken me? You have as well. You crafty devil. And you're a good 10,000 feet above me. Are you going to do the full star, Tom? Golf Bravo Foxtrot Romeo Victor Air Not 2205.
Go ahead, Victor, go ahead.
Are you planning to do the full star into Dublin? I notice you've overtaken me and there's only 3 miles in between us now.
Yeah, I think I'll do the full spa just to give you some space. If you want to go ahead, that's okay. I'll do a bit of a hold for you.
Okay, cool. We're going to go from Sorin direct to Latmo, so we'll cut out the little crescent thing. So that should be fine to buy some time. Thanks.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do the whole thing for you. Go for me, Victor.
Wish the ERJ was bad. I've never tried those. Apparently they're getting better, aren't they? I've not really been too involved with it, really. I know some people like it, some people don't, but like... I've got an extra waypoint in that I don't need pizza. If that's how you're supposed to say it. Let's get rid of pizza. We'll put Latmo in there. There we go, we're fine. Right, can we get one more decent... Well, can we get a decent... I was going to say one more. That would imply that Bristol was good. I don't think it was. I think we got away with Bristol. Joanna, how was your landing? Was it alright? Grumpy said you did alright. Little Windy got a 10. Nice one. Put us all to shame. Okay, 10,000 feet. Lights on. Engines continuous. I have TCAS off. Oh, shoot. Do I? I knew I forgot something. Okay. Thank you. Now we're going into the soup. How you doing, Ed? Right, how's that weather looking? 3 knots across the runway now, and 11 down the runway. That'll do us nicely. So the plane is trying to hit 240 knots. We're just struggling to do that with our current rate of descent.
Dublin traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, flying direct Delta Whiskey 705 for spacing, Dublin.
The weather is good. It does look good today with all these clouds, doesn't it? I'm going to give myself just a little bit of speed brake. Let's get that speed under control. Zoom out the ND a bit, get a bit more context. There we go. So 20 miles till the turn. This is all going to happen quite quickly, isn't it?
Golf Romeo Victor N 2205, what's your position?
We are 4 miles out from Sorin at 7,400 feet.
Okay, I think that'll work out nicely. Cheers, Golf Romeo Victor.
Whereas let's get rid of all of these. Where's there? Are you going into Dublin? Yeah, you are. Looks like you're doing a direct too. Was there 985, Air Not 2205? Do. Oopsie, I don't want to do that. I think we're going to get there before then. Can I fly to where? Jerba. Not familiar with that place. Where is it? Speed brakes are armed. Keep the speed up. I think, yeah, we should... yeah, we should get there first, I think. Was Air 985, Air Not 2205. I think we're going to get there first, looking at that. Should be alright. Standard pressure, and pressure is 1010 because we pre-tuned that. Thank you, Boeing. Speed brakes armed. It's Flight Simulator. Lily.
Challenge Vision 1-2.
Police Point Hotel, Dublin.
Was there 985, Air Not 2205?
Go ahead. Will you go down first?
Was there 985? Just checking you're happy with us going in front of you, looking at VATSIM radar. I think we're going to slot in just in front, just making sure you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's alright, but if we have to, just have to slow down or something like that, so don't worry about it.
Roger, thanks, Air Not 2205. Alright, John. We are nearly down. You wouldn't think it looking straight ahead with all this cloud. Okay, max everyone a bit
Victor
2,500.
N 2205, what's your position?
3 miles out from Lapmo, then we make the turn onto final.
Okay, what's it?
In fact, we're going to begin that turn round about now. We go. Let's arm the approach. Let's go flaps 1. Do 180 knots. Dublin traffic, air knot 2205. We are 10 miles out from 28 left, slowing to speed 180 knots, and we'll maintain 160 until 5.
Dublin traffic, Golf Romeo Victor, direct Lapmo, 14 miles. I'm going to fit behind the landing 737, Dublin.
Dublin traffic, within 985 currently 4 miles from Lapto, runway 28 left.
Try and keep my speed up if I can here. Eight miles.
Golf Romeo Victor, with Air 985, how far from Lapmo are you, sorry?
I'm currently 3 miles from Lapto.
2,500.
Gear down.
Okay, I'll fit behind you, Golf Romeo Victor.
I've reduced my speed to 180 knots as well.
Cheers.
Dublin traffic, air knot 2205, 5 miles for 28 left, Dublin. Your flaps 30. Go now to our final approach speed of 154 knots.
Local line established for Wizard 985, currently 10 miles out. I have reduced my speed to 160 knots for the traffic ahead. Wizard 985.
No visual yet. Sure, no one's there. Where's my visual gone? Come on, where are you?
1,000.
Just about make it out. It'll be okay. Okie dokie, my plane.
500.
I always feel like
400.
the ILS brings you in slightly offset into Dublin on 28 left.
300. 200. Approaching minimums. 100. Minimums.
Continue.
30. 20. 10.
The flare. Do 28, that'll do. Getting the hang of this thing eventually, aren't we?
Southern traffic region 1 Kilo Echo, taxiing 28 right via Foxtrot, Foxtrot Outer, November 2 for Dublin traffic.
Last call for Dublin traffic with the 985 current to 5 miles out of runway 28 left.
Let me just get past this stop bar, then we'll make the vacated call. Dublin traffic, N 2205, runway 28 left vacated. Look at that. Engines out of continuous. Let's start the APU. Now, where should we park? Foggy here at Dublin, eh? Clean the wing up. Let's turn TCAS to exponder. Was a little bit of a float, that one, wasn't it? Struggling to... I think what it is, it's the lower position of the 7.3. I expect a touchdown because of the increased height of the 320 that I've gotten so used to. And you forget you have to go a bit lower in the 7.3, don't you, visually? That was alright. I'll take that. We ought to get a 10 out of New Sky for that one. I'm going to go to stand...
Dublin traffic, Golf Romeo Victor established ILS 285 miles.
402 left. Dublin traffic, again at 2205, going to taxi to stand 402 left via Sierra, crossing runway 34 and Alpha. Tell GSX where we're going, 402 left. It's going to be Pier 4. Parking. Next page, next page, next page. So many pages. It's not in there. 402. We'll take a heavy stand, that'll do. We'll get Aer Lingus to unload us. Choose from the map. Yeah, I probably should have done, actually. Probably should have done. Oh, we're getting there slowly with this 7.3. Slowly building up that muscle memory again. It takes a while though, doesn't it? If you've been out of a plane for a while, it takes a while. We'll just have to fly it more. Won't we? Anything on 3-4? There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be.
Dublin traffic, Golf Romeo Victor landing 28 left. Dublin.
Whiskey 2, Whiskey 1, we're going straight ahead. Yes, Plumbing, we are. Here he comes, sir. Look at that little tiny plane.
Dublin traffic, Golf Lima Victor going around.
They look so cute, those little planes, don't they? Dublin traffic, Air 2205, crossing 34 via Sierra, exiting at Alpha. Oh, well done, Pipe.
As far as I'm aware, Alpha is closed. At least that's what it says on the ATIS a while back.
Okay, we'll take Bravo.
Just trying to help, that's all.
That's all good, mate. Appreciate it. Our scenery obviously doesn't reflect that. Can't remember seeing it in the natives, but we don't come here that often, so yeah, we'll take your word for it. Thanks.
Oh, don't worry about it. It literally says on the ATIS, like, it says it all the time, pretty much.
Got it, thanks. We'll keep that in mind. Appreciate it. If it's closed, there you go. Learned something new. And we then go up here, presumably. Is the iFly any good? I don't know, I've not tried it. Looks cool though, doesn't it? Oh, we use so many add-ons at this point. GSX and the planes are the main ones. Chase plane. Things like that. Do I prefer Airbus or Boeing? I mean, I've got a lot more Airbus gear, and the Phoenix is really good. But I am a sucker for the 737 as well, so. We're going right in here. Or was I going 402, wasn't it? I believe. GSX, can you confirm? Yeah, 402. How you doing, Captain? I guess we're going to go centre. Yeah. Tyre scrub there. Sorry. Well, you do feel really low down. Like these, even this terminal building feels really big. Any plans for streaming tonight? I need to check what's going on tonight, whether I'm able to, but I will schedule it when I know. Yeah, we've tried Beyond ATC. It's good. Here we go then. Have to do. Parking brake set. And we'll take power from the APU. Engines off.
7 traffic vision 1 to Kilo Echo Heavy, lining up 28 right via November to Dublin.
Right. Did New Sky like that this time? Yeah, 10 out of 10 all day long. Apparently that was challenging conditions, was it? What made it challenging? Well, we had a bit of a headwind. We were getting close to it being another floater, weren't we? We need to work on the floaters in the 7.3, that's for sure. That is for sure. That's right though, 20k for the VA made, you're welcome. And here we are all tucked up safe and sound at Dublin. God, that flight went really quick. It really did go quick. Feels like it was, well, only an hour ago we were pushing back, which I know is about right. It's about an hour, isn't it, to Dublin, but it just feels super quick. Always fun going to Dublin, we like Dublin. Nice little bit of scenery as well. How'd you get your landing rate? That's New Sky. It's the software we use to run the virtual airline. That's what it is. Oh, what good fun. Right. Thank you guys for coming along. I need to disappear now because I've got some work to do before I need to go and do pickup later for the kids. So I've got about an hour and a bit to get some stuff done. Thank you all very much indeed, though. I do appreciate it. I will try and schedule the flight for tonight as soon as possible once I know if I can do it. So if you don't see it scheduled, then I guess you know the answer. There's a few moving parts going on at home tonight that might prohibit me from doing it. If we do it, I'm thinking we'll do Bristol down to Ibiza for the next leg of the Bristol tour. But like I say, I can't promise at this time, but I will schedule and let you know.
Dublin traffic, Golf and Victor, turning base, left base 28 left, Dublin.
But thank you all very much indeed. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for hitting the like button, all that good stuff. It's always lovely to come and fly with you for the day. It's a very big privilege, so thank you very much indeed. Hopefully, I will see you all a bit later, but you all have a lovely afternoon, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Ciao!